Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and we are back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we got WWE NXT on tap tonight, a number one contenders battle royal. The Dusty Rhodes Classic continues, and so much to talk about, so much to get into. So me and that lovable face over there are going to get into it all tonight, folks. Make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and get in that chat. We're cooking. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We're live and back at it again, folks. We are ready to go. It's going to be a fun one here tonight. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network, and this is NXT Live tonight. We have all your reaction to all the action. It's going to be a fun one. Lots to talk about, a very full card. Looking forward to this one, and it's going to be a very interesting time. Lots going on heading towards the Rumble. Lots coming off Raw last night. Lots going into Dynamite, and the key word tonight, lots. But without further ado, I will remind you, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is...
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick. And yes, 100%, we got the other half of the Dusty Rhodes Classic, baby, out here. And you know it's going to be all right because we got that Tuesday night get right here for you, baby.
That's right, folks. It's going to be a fun one. Dusty in the house. And big shout out to everybody in that chat. Like I said, make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you join the family, be a part of all the fun. We are growing by the minute, milestone after milestone. We are kind of blown away by it all, but it's been fun. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, and real quick, did anyone else notice? And I feel like we kind of maybe brought it up on stream when Cody was doing Little Rock.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? Subtlety and context. Context is king.
A lot of subtleties, a lot of context, a lot of little. You got to pay attention to what they're saying. There's layers. There's layers, as we like to say.
Right,
here
we've been saying this all along. Wrestling is like onions or ogres.
Or ogres. Layers. Lots of layers. So, yeah, I mean, tonight's stacking up a number one contender battle royal. So we'll see how that shapes up. Who's going to challenge Bird Lady for her belt? The hands up. What?
Question. Unless I'm bad at math and vitamins, when I go to WWE's page for the math and everything, I counted 19 women.
Jade Cargill.
Or Camille. No captain, but we get Camille.
Maybe. Interesting.
I think we could get a little bit of a surprise.
I would be down for a surprise. Now, keep in mind, there is some potential surprises. There's also like those periphery, not quite on the roster, but always hanging around women. So we will see. I mean, if 19, one spot open, Jade would be a nice show. Again, we were not quite sure where she's going to land, even though I truly think she's going to be in the Royal Rumble. But, however, her coming out and dominating a battle royal and being the number one contender heading towards Vengeance Day would be very compelling. But yeah, Camille, you say?
Camille, you say, yes. Like I said, no captain, no Tenille, but Camille. Because there's been a whole lot of talk about her getting an NXT offer, them wanting to bring her in and start her off in NXT. So it wouldn't be a bad shout. And if she's going to be there, and because this battle royal is almost like where they try and change it up to where the final four now becomes a fatal four-way match, all of that crap. So you gimmick on a gimmick, but
that's my preference.
Makes her look dominant.
Yeah, I mean, that's very, got a lot of potential to it, got a lot of legs to it. Mm-hmm. I mean, we still see the usual, suspects, Blair, Gigi. I mean, Gigi could use it, but she's kind of tied up in storyline. I don't think we're going to see Fallon or JC or Thea. Just reading off the names I can see on my screen right now.
Fair enough,
so it is kind of up in the air, right? Like, it was very intriguing.
Does it say anything respectfully to the depth of the NXT women's roster that some women are having to do double duty? I just made you say duty.
No, I mean, I like what they've done with NXT and the NXT women's division. I would put it up against a lot of the other companies or the other shows and what they're doing. They highlight the women quite a bit. Shit, we had a pretty much their own show. Night one of Halloween Havoc was very female
Right.
driven, and I like it. And I mean, on the topic of female wrestling, I'll take a couple seconds. Well, we haven't even kicked off yet, and I'll jump on my soapbox early tonight. But there was a lot of talk yesterday about body shaming, about Deonna Purrazzo. She went public with a lot of stuff. We got about 90% male in our chat on a nightly. We're trying to grow our female audience. So if be a friend, tell a lady. But I mean, I just want to put it out there. And I know we've created the Wrestling Utopia. We build this channel on positivity. I know other people build their channels on screaming and yelling and negativity.
Yeah, we can talk about that too.
We will talk about that. But that's not really been our steez. Yeah, we get good and mad about things that we're passionate about. But at the end of the day, I implore everybody out there, if you have your phone in your hand and you're about to say something that you wouldn't say to somebody's face, don't say it at all. These women put their bodies on the line. They got to do it, in very little attire, all shapes, all sizes. Women are beautiful. Deonna Purrazzo is gorgeous inside and out. I've spoken to this lady. She is outstanding to be around. Nobody out there who's putting on a show to entertain us should be degraded or made to cry or to feel bad. Support women's wrestling. Be there for women's wrestling. Understand that it's quality, and we like the ladies. We like looking at the ladies. We like cheering for the ladies. So this contingent of neckbeard losers that never fucking see a woman in real life, that just shit on everything they see. If you saw the photo, I'm sure you have.
Well, I was gonna say that's the biggest thing out of this is most people that try and take shots at female wrestlers are respectfully. Well, no, fuck you, not respectfully, in no shape to be talking about anybody's physique or anything like that. And shut the up.
And we all have moms. Some of us have sisters. Some of us have daughters.
That's fine. I'll take a thick queen any day. 100%. If you can't handle that much meat on them bones, then you can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
But even then, what are you thinking? And again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But if you have your phone in your hand and you feel like you're about to say something stupid, don't. The litmus test is, if I wouldn't say this in a crowded room, I shouldn't say it on my phone. And if more wrestling fans could do that, maybe less people would think wrestling fans are fucked and wouldn't feel so weird about the wrestling itself. Be a community, build the community, kill the tribalism, kill the negativity, and join us.
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Come on, yo, it's wrestling time.
My man.
I was like, when are you gonna get me go?
Right. But yeah, no. So that's my little diatribe for today. I felt really bad reading that because, again, I know this woman is a super amazing woman. She's one of the most talented wrestlers in the industry. And she puts a picture out there and people just say the dumbest shit when they couldn't even get a sniff of a lady even close to that realm. It's unfortunate and disappointing.
Even what you said to where you make wrestling an uncomfortable place for other people to come in and try and enjoy and everything when you start doing shit like that and just unnecessarily, you shouldn't be embracing people coming to wrestling. Christ, we had wrestling references of Matt Cardona and Ibushi at the goddamn Emmys. Attitude Era pop culture reference. I see you coming down the pipeline here. And instead we've got to sit here and take time about people body shaming pro wrestlers just because they have nothing better to do. And it's a generation of people have never been punched in the mouth for things that they've said to somebody's face.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of this all. But I mean, I think it was the girl, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I think it was the girl from I don't know, an actress. She put out a thing about loving WWE. Kat, it was Kat, yeah. Which I love that girl. And she got spammed the fuck out of because she said she liked some WWE.
Cardi B was into wrestling.
Right?
Where'd that go?
Embrace that shit, guys. This collection of just vile, venomous bullshit bothers me. And I mean, again, that's partly what we do here is we try and counter culture all of that.
Yeah, we can talk about somebody who's definitely pissed off a certain culture, but
yeah, money. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, how neckbeardy and inside baseball do we have to get to where cage side or cage matches, having to put out a statement about how they're not going to stand in tribalism on their platform or anything like that. Now it's literally gotten that bad that it's the battle lines have been drawn just when you think people can't get more cringe. But wait, there's more.
There's more. You got to give guidelines and rules to this shit. And I get it. People are passionate, but there's a difference between being passionate and being stupid. And I mean, it just, I don't get it. I really don't get it because we've said it a million times. We've been hated on multiple times from both sets of fans, like whatever tribe we're not agreeing with that particular day,
right?
You know, and I've seen other people go through it. But yeah, it's just funny. And again, just a little bit soapboxy to kick off the show tonight. But we thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining us. And
sorry,
like I said,
I have one last
gentleman.
Point.
What?
That I've never seen a fandom before that openly and publicly hates or like hate watches something that it's supposed to love, that sits there and tries to tear down as much as like something that it's supposed to love and be passionate about, try and tear it down as much as they can.
No, it's crazy. And people don't seem to realize that you want the fan base to grow. You want the fan base to build. You want, like, if you go back to like the heyday of wrestling and a Shawn Michaels music hits or whoever, it didn't matter who, the screams from the women that were in the building were audible. Now you can play Where's Waldo with the ladies that are at a show. Like, guys, smarten up, embrace the females, stop being jerks. Chivalry is not dead. Be gentlemen, hold a door, say nice things, pump up, not down.
Right.
But with all that nonsense, C Money, did Cora Jade's new gimmick throw her off her equilibrium? No. Right into the fire.
Physics, you fickle bitch.
But C Money, Damien, good to see you as always. AJ, how you doing? Nobody cheats Jinder out of a win, title win, and leaves unscathed. Apparently not. Now, you and I talked about this last night. This will be very interesting and almost, I hate to say the word karma, but like it's funny because with all the shit going on with this match, I really hope Seth is okay, especially at this time of year.
Yeah, 100%. I think, like you were saying there, if you and I think both kind of recognized it. Granted, that's half the time of Seth selling is just he sells his knee, his leg, all of that. So it's almost to be expected. But we did kind of notice he kind of seemed to pull up a little bit on some stuff. Wasn't moving as fast or whatever.
There was a spot where he after the spot he punched the mat. And there was just like this little nuance where he looked like in it, like it was one of those like fuck.
Yeah.
And it was like, but he kept going, and now he limped off. I hope he's okay. I really do, especially at this time of year. But yeah.
Well, 100%. I think he walked off or eventually was walking on his own power or just with a limp. So hopefully T's and P's. But yeah, I did see that too of good old Gage Goldberg committed to Colorado to play with on their old primetime.
There you go. Keyshawn, how you doing? Little Goldberg going to play in Colorado. Alexis, how are you? Chambers back in the house. The man we gave the name to. Chambers, how are you? I think I'm getting the start of the show.
Fair enough. Well, it'll be about that time. I will let you know when I get there, sir.
Nick and I are going to sync up, ladies and gentlemen. The show is beginning. Be a friend, tell a friend, get in the chat, say hello. Don't be shy. We will get to more of your messages as we roll on. I have
Richard Wolf.
Richard. What's up, Richard? MDB, good to see you. Dale, good to see you. Let me know when you get now, my friend.
I got Zen.
What's up, Kyle? Kyle.
I got now, my friend. We sync again. Been a while. Where should we begin?
Forever. All right, folks. Like I said, the show's kicking off. You know where we're at right now is the show should be a good one tonight. Praying for Seth, 100%. Never fear, Larry's here. We're back at it again. Makes no sense at all after losing to Nia, Becky trying to get a title shot against Rhea. I don't want to see Rhea versus Becky. I mean, it makes sense because it's Becky. She's the man. One loss does not deem a career. She's going to be in the Rumble. So is Nia. So let's go.
I've seen people even saying that this has been kind of layered throughout the whole time that Rhea's been, especially up on the main roster. They've had run-ins. So I'm not opposed to it at all.
Right. Deanna is amazing. Shout out to Deanna.
I have Carmelo and Trick out right now.
That's it. Trick Mello game back on, folks. And this will be very interesting. Can they get along? Will they advance? Will they compete to the end? Will they win it and beat each other with the trophy? We will find out.
Absolutely, 100%.
I see some Fightful journalists trying hard to downplay TNA compared to AEW. They can do whatever they want. Facts are facts, and we can see with our eyes. So you can lie, you can say what you want, you can downplay shit, but TNA is cooking.
That's when we pull up just MD's comment of, again, when you're winning, you don't have to say anything. People do it for you. And that's proof positive right there.
Facts. As here comes Social Gathering. Malik and Edris, who I forgot were still in the company.
Oh, Hugh Scott, what's going on, fellas? Has the third from Championship Culture is locked in with you guys. Appreciate you, Mike. I think you followed me on Instagram. Shout out.
There you go. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Vance, welcome back. Eric Tate, good to see you. We had a Facebook. Stay tuned. We are going to relaunch our Facebook. Somebody ran away with it.
I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it.
Jordan, right? How you doing, Jordan? Paul Carpenter's back with us. Richard Martinez, I see you. All right. The show's on and rolling.
Right. As we got ding ding. So let us know, folks, who you're taking, whether you're taking Edris and Enofe, Idris and Enofe and Malik Blade, goddamn. Social Gathering versus Carmelo and Trick. And I like C-Money's here of better than the Friendo Club, Eat It Steve, and whatever Larson is. Shout out.
Let's go.
Oh, they went for the double drop kick spot.
Nice start to this match. I like the whole duck in the clothesline from behind. He didn't turn around. He just ducked.
Right. Well, that's what was, I think Hangman or somebody did that on somebody recently, and it shows really like the timing you've got to have to, know where they're going to be there before you can see them coming.
Idris doing a dribble, but eating a hand for it.
He's out here with the dusty polka dots, though, baby. Shout out. It's hard times out here when you're in a social gathering.
Oh, shit. Big drop kick by Trick. Trick Mello for the win. Acknowledge your picks, champ, for the second time. Yes, Alexis. I had to double count yesterday and go, all right. But yeah, Alexis, congratulations to you. Your title will be on the line, I believe, at the Royal Rumble. If it's sooner, I'll let you know.
Right. You got the two-time. Oh, big clothesline by Trick.
I was waiting for Big Dog to pop up and be like, wait a minute. No.
Just start claiming five time. All right.
Malik and Blade are the most random dressed tag team ever. Well, yeah, it's one paid homage to Dusty. The other just, wore what he had.
Regular ring gear.
Trick Mello for the win. I wonder when we'll get an update on Elia. Yeah, this is very intriguing, right? Because we felt like it was tied into a work. It was an angle. It was something, he'd be fine. And as it turns out, he's on the shelf.
Yeah, so was it to cover something? Or, I still kind of stand on my take. If you weren't going to do much with it, then why'd you do it to begin with? But on one hand, it sets this road to redemption for Ridge Holland as well.
It starts tonight against Joe Coffey. Oh, wow. Trick just stopped dead. Making Idris look dumb.
Well, much like Josh Allen with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, wow.
Well, I saw some people upset about his damn run. I'm like, just don't be mad because the white boy hit you with the okey doke.
How can you be upset?
Because they said that he looked like he was trying to slide. So that's why
what?
They lit up.
There's a rule in hockey. You play to the whistle. I don't know what it is in football, but until you hear that whistle or the man's knee hits the ground, it's a game on.
In football, the quarterback is very much protected to an extent, but granted, the rules change a bit once you become a open field runner. But to me, it's also funny because they drafted Kenny Pickett, who his one highlight reel from college is doing like the straight up, damn near knee almost touches. He hit him with the hard crossover.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that whole move.
Oh, a bit of a sloppy spot. What is Melo doing right now? He just Malik by distraction got Malik. Whoop that trick and Melo for the win. So we're starting off hot here tonight, folks.
Right. Oh, was that? They like almost looked like they weren't supposed to catch each other midair, but did.
Right.
Because they went into like an arm bar and then quickly got out of it. A little bit of a reverse sling blade there from Enofe.
Melo and Trick for
Jack.
the Sup, Kareem? How's it going? Welcome. What's the main event today? I guess the Battle Royal. I'm assuming it's the Battle Royal, especially with potential. Oh, wow. Up and over. Down goes Melo.
Right. I get the feeling they'll do the main event of Ridge versus Coffey.
Really? I hope not. Well, you think that's the main event? Unless somehow it ties into Ilya returning.
Well, it's also got to be interesting because, like I mentioned before, is we're in commercial break number 1. Where's Curtis with, the over-under on commercial breaks? But like that Tatum Paxley, Elektra Lopez, I think even why am I blanking on this woman's name? She's been all over getting Twitter and everything. The one that has the breakout tournament with Elektra Lopez, Lola Vice, that they're all kind of doing, double duty here. They're in that tag team match and also in the Battle Royal.
Yeah, you can't forget Lola from the block. Come on now.
She 100% should play Jennifer Lopez in a biopic.
Yeah, big fan. I think Melo is tiring Trick out or making him take most of the damage, so he falls in this match with Ilya. Perhaps still this untold story of Carmelo and Trick is remains to be seen right now.
Right.
There you go. Asking you shall receive. Over under 9 commercial breaks tonight.
Well, I'm taking over.
I'll go under. Screw it. I'll go 8.
Pause.
Is Tiffany in the Battle Royal? I don't think so.
No, you ain't gonna try and get me to get all these women's names.
No,
right here.
I was looking at
I see no Tiffany. Trust me, if the Epiphany was in there, I'd be picking her to win it.
Yeah, I took her off the graphic because I was like, wait a minute.
She's too busy cleaning up, horse poo and being a farmhand and doing a simple life.
She fell in love with a cowboy.
Save
a horse rod. Trick Williams and Carmelo for the win. I say women battle royal for the main event. I'm with you, Dale. Yeah, I think if Coffey and Ridge are the main event, it probably would tie into our buddy Ilya and maybe a potential return there.
I'll agree with that. And I think if the Battle Royal is the main event, my theory about a debut or a surprise or anything garners more weight then. Gains more credibility. I agree. Because that's where you would do that.
Yeah. And plus, I know, we said HBK, even Triple H, big advocate of the women's wrestling, putting them in good spots, building to it properly, giving angles outside of the title picture. So, yeah, I could see it being the main event tonight for sure and having some type of surprises along the way.
Right. They even found something for Ava Raine to do.
Yeah. Odd. Still odd. Still weird.
I don't mind it. She's following in the wise man steps.
Right. You don't even work here. What are you doing?
Right.
Obafemi is what we wish Omos was. A true Nigerian badass that looks like he can pick up and toss anyone. Well, you actually suggested put them together.
And I was going to say, go ahead and say that to Omos's face and just see how that works out for you. And don't think that he couldn't throw you as a human being.
Right, just palm your cranium.
Right, you're right. You did right there. I'd expect this man to straight up be able to iron claw my whole head. Getting Fritz Von Erich eat your heart out.
Right.
This man could have somehow palmed 2 basketballs. But yeah, Omos has the issue of he's going to always be a special attraction. You always have to, pop it in and out here. He can't be a week in and week out guy. I feel unless you kind of did it with the Big Show, but he still only wrestled really on like the pay-per-views.
Yeah, and
then spots on the weekly show.
Yeah, to me, it felt like a very Vince thing, right? Giant Gonzalez, fucking Great Khali. It was like that. They had to show up once in a while for some type of main event thing or a pay-per-view, and then they're off again.
Right.
Unless they have a plan for Omos, I really don't need to see Omos.
I wouldn't mind seeing Omos, but you don't need to have, like I said, you couldn't do, I think, him having weekly matches. Like, he's not going to be a work rate guy. So I don't know why we would expect that from him. Obafemi is a guy that you could see. I could see by the time Bobby Lashley hangs it up, we're going to see Obafemi versus Bobby Lashley in like a main event somewhere down the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, listen, Oba's got, what is he? What did we say he was last week? 22, 24?
Yeah, he's 22, and I need to see birth certificates. God damn it.
Yeah.
Out here like a Cuban Little League team.
Right?
That's a grown man right there. So, tagging a Trick.
Tag. It was kind of a warm tag based on the crowd.
Well, I think it's more of just the match calling for it because that Trick's very much fired up here and showing off how athletic he is with all the crescent kicks and senton kicks and all that.
Shucky ducky quack quack, Trick's on fire. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? Would love to see Nikki Cross return to NXT. I'd be all for that because we kind of lost her on the main roster. She even stopped kind of being the creepy stalker in the background for the last minute here.
You damn near were almost making every line of that completely rhyme here. We kind of lost her on the roster, the stalker. I was like, oh, this man's mean is a lobster somewhere in there.
Right?
Yeah, she's just literally been out to lunch this whole time. And I don't even know if I respectfully, where do you slot her in? She tags with Tatum Paxley? They just both play creepy stalkers?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if she came down to do like a little solo stint and chased around Bird Lady for a hot minute, I think it'd be all right.
Everybody wants to pluck off Bird Lady, I guess. Pause.
Big elbow.
Two count. Yeah, this has been also a very Trick-centric match here. Carmelo has proceeded to just pretty much sit on the sidelines for most of this.
Yeah, a couple of people making mention that. Maybe he's doing it on purpose.
Oh, Trick using fly DDT. Ooh.
There you go.
A replay.
Trick using Booker T's old moves. Yeah, and you can see why. Booker's in the house, plus people have all, made the obvious comparables, right?
And I think it's a warranted and a valid comparable.
Yeah. Enofe to the top. Frog splash.
Big frog splash. 2. Trick breaks it up.
The pace of this match picked up in a hurry.
Yeah, honestly, since that last commercial break, now it's like, all right, now we got to start cooking. Oh
my God.
That man straight out of the air. Codebreaker. Tagging a Trick.
Wow, I thought.
1, 2, 3.
That can't be your finish, bro. After everything that happened, come on, bro.
I see what you're saying, but I don't exactly hate the finish. It was a pretty good match. It was a solid match. It was.
Yeah. Oh, I enjoyed that match.
There was a lot of great spots in there. I thought we might have seen more discontent between Trick and Carmelo throughout it. Mm-hmm. But.
Very interesting. And I mean, that spot at the end there where Trick just batted Enofe out of the air was rude.
Right. Just caught him with that Nia Jax there, that WMD.
Right. Doesn't Boogeyman have a contract? What does that have to do with anything?
Right. Where did that come from?
I don't even know.
I'm the Boogeyman, and I can't sign with you.
Chase U, Lawo will battle later tonight. They'll take on Trick and Carmelo. Lawo versus these two would be quite interesting.
Oh, both these matches that I think we have coming up are going to be for in the semifinals are going to be fantastic. And I think this is where we're going to get more of that Carmelo pulls Trick in really close. So then when we get the lower third after they've won it, and then
yeah, So I said, let him win. Beat him with the trophy.
Right.
AJ and Nick, would you say Private Party is better? No, because of this. I don't know. Do you got an opinion? Because my opinion is you can't say Private Party is better.
I wouldn't say that they're better at all. I would honestly take Malik and Enofe in that conversation, but to me it's a little bit of null and void. Like they kind of negate each other out almost.
Yeah, it's the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah,
right.
That's why we literally joked and started calling them social gathering.
100%, right? Like the problem is Private Party we've seen more of 5 years ago, but we haven't seen much since. Malik and Enofe, we've seen in little spurts as they build their career.
Yeah. And that man trolled the entire Twitterverse with thinking that he got a WWE logo tattooed on his chest here.
That's what he's most known for.
Right. But speaking of social gatherings, I'd like to be at a social gathering with Fallon Henley there because she's looking fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I think she's outside of a TBD. I think she's honestly probably an odds-on favorite to win the Battle Royal.
Fallon?
Yes.
Yeah, my only hesitation with Fallon is they kind of got Bird Lady, pigeonholed as a baby face right now. See what I did?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards a heelish person winning this one. But, I mean, it is what it is. It might not come true. I think Fallon's got a bright future, and she's definitely going to be one of those women that we talk about years from now that developed through this system.
Fair enough. Absolutely. I'm still put her and Mickie James together. I know Mickie ain't doing well. She's now tied up with OVW, but
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure she can make an appearance. I'm telling you, Softcore Country as a tag team. Let's go.
And I still want you to kind of come around on Kiana for me a little, because I think Kiana's right there. She'll be right in that group. Like when you talk about like the graduating class or the moving class, Val and Kiana, they're connected so much. Tiffany, yeah. Give her some love.
Yeah, she'll be like a Candice Michelle.
Yeah. Jesus. No, are you nuts?
It took you a minute.
Are you nuts? Enofe's gigantic. They don't need to fill.
Like I said, that's a grown man. That is not a 20. if that's 22. Oh.
Right. I got Chase U. All right, folks. We will find out coming up. Let's go, Fallon.
Mm-hmm.
Always fuck that up. I agree. She's fire. You welcome. Again.
Right.
Let's go, Fallon. So a lot of love. Bar Rescue. The supporters are here. Oba has been on a roll. Yeah, wins the breakout tournament, cashes in. Who the hell is going to take the belt off this guy? And I don't know. Lexus King chasing him around might not be the best solution because I don't see it working.
You have no one of stature outside of maybe a Braun or a Baron on that roster that I think justifiably goes against that man. Because like I said, that's a grown man. That's a guy you put him right there in the Pride, I guess now with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Fits perfectly. Already makes sense. You don't need to ask questions. Makes sense.
Make it happen.
Well, and I'm even anything like that. If we go the whole like the bloodline of how I talked about if you had mercenaries, whatever, how they we almost had that period with the bloodline to where they were kind of shaking hands and kissing babies with Apollo Cruz. You bring in a guy like Obafemi and instantly jumps him right up to the top.
Yeah. I mean, the guy is so young and just already feels like he's been here for a hot minute. Like he's comfortable, right? He's dialed in. Like he's been here. Like I belong here. Don't question it. Don't call me a rookie. Don't call me kid. Look at me. And I'm like, all right.
But that's always something special because that doesn't happen often. I think I don't want to put this out there and put too much on the kid, but you saw a guy like a Kurt Angle that just wasn't, a pro wrestling fan, diehard at heart, but just kind of naturally took to it. Brock Lesnar is another prime example, 100% of people that you were just, I guess, born to do this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair comparables. What about Trick versus Oba? Maybe. I think Trick's a little ahead of him on the rung of the ladder, though. So
that
Trick might be up before anything else.
Yeah, I was going to say that has NXT Championship, if anything, written on it.
Yeah,
if you're going to do that match.
Yeah, I could go for that. Braun Breaker versus Oba. All right. Oh, okay. I'll pay for that one.
Yeah, there's like I said, there's few people. It's much like how we've talked about with if Drew left WWE, you throw him on what AW's roster, even kind of respectfully Impact's roster. I mean, I know you got Moose there, but stature wise, just physicality, I don't know if there's many people that are going to be able to compete with a guy like Oba on NXT because it's a little bit still of smaller guys.
Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. We are in a commercial break, folks. We will remind everybody that if you haven't hit like or subscribe, we would like you to do so. Make sure you get in there, be a part of the growing channel that is the Wrestling for Life Network. And we are back tomorrow for Dynamite. We're here on Thursday for the relaunch of TNA Impact, their weekly show, which I mean confuses some.
That's going to get confusing.
A little bit. I mean, a little bit. And then, of course, the doubleheader on Friday with Rampage and SmackDown. SmackDown, the Fatal 4-Way contract signing for the Rumble. So, yeah, we got lots going on, folks.
Absolutely, 100%. As I see lots going on the chat as well, I will remind everybody we do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, all of that. If you want to help support the channel, or if you want to just make sure that we get to your comment, if you want to, speak up and have your voice be heard, we got those options for you as well.
It's a guaranteed way to get clicked, and the rest of it is a crapshoot.
Again, facts. Much like what our thought process is, a crapshoot.
Right. Oh, Lola and Elektra.
So if you had to pick between the two, which one you taking? Elektra or Lola?
Shit.
You have young Jennifer Lopez and current Jennifer Lopez.
That is funny shit. Hey, Paxley's creepy.
No, she's just the goth chick that everybody that doesn't want to simp over Rhea simps over.
She got a bird lady feather though. Speaking of plucking the bird lady,
I was just saying, I don't know what
she plucked her, Nick. She plucked her. We have evidence.
You mother plucker, you.
But here comes Oba Femini. Oh, that's going.
Why would you do that to this man?
Oba Femi coming to the ring. I'm definitely putting that in the blooper reel. That's ridiculous.
You can have that.
Ruler.
Oh, they even have even the lower third with everything with this man. This has former or future main roster mid-card champion, if not NXT champion, written already on it. Right. Pretty much out the gate, I feel.
Yeah, I'm with you, Juan. How do you pick? Wardlow, Hobbs, Cave, Joe, Lucha Kane, Big Bill, Willie, Mac, Lance Archer, Lee. AEW got a few that can stand up to Obi.
Okay, so he can just get piled onto the rest of the fucking heap of big beefy boys that can't get booked right.
I mean, yeah, I think we're talking about the NXT, the incomparable though. Like, I mean, I think Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley
never crossed the streams.
Right? There's a list of people on WWE main roster that would be more than happy to stand up to Obi-Wan. Oba.
Obi-Wan, he ain't no jabroni.
Right. Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks.
God damn you. That's so good.
Oba in the Rumble. Interesting. We can't put all the NXT people in the Rumble, though.
Well, we can at least, I like if we don't know everybody that's supposed to be in the Rumble, we can at least guess at them being in the Rumble.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see him show up.
As he's got an actually pretty solid promo right now.
I'm curious. You know what? The crowd, you can see that he's new, right? His greenness showed there a little. The crowd actually popped him a little, Nick. When they started doing the ooh, he actually chuckled. Like, I didn't expect them to do that.
Yeah, but the fact that they are doing that,
Yeah.
Oh my God, fucking check mark and a half. 100%.
It's the Nigerian what chant, right? Like
It's the fucking Tech 9. Give me two. This is everything they wanted to do with Apollo Cruz, just it fits the WWE size. Literally, they made he's the Nigerian ruler. Apollo Cruz was, the Nigerian prince and all of this.
Crushed to dust. Yeah, a little green. We get that, but Dragon Lee here to have a convo.
I was gonna say, still not bad at all. Still seemed like that's some guy I don't want to fuck with.
No, and I like when you see the things like Trick's got it going on right now with Whoop That Trick. Oba, if you translate that to the main roster and you have an arena doing that, like, between all his lines, that gets over like a motherfucker.
Oh, that's again, we've seen this and we've been fans of it. I'm clearly a fan of it with whats and pauses and everything like that. I'm a walking soundboard. So you get that, out there when you've got with Jey Uso with Yeet, you've got with LA Knight, and just throw that in the mix. Audience participation gets the crowd excited.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the Brock Lesnar comparable is very good because if you remember, like the original Brock, who was like shy and the blonde eyebrows and like, he wasn't exactly a microphone whiz out of the gate. Not that he still is now, but much better nowadays. But yeah, he was a little quiet. He spoke with action, right? Nothing wrong with that.
100%. I think Brock is better now on the mic than he is ever before, but almost not bad to me. I understand that. Like you said, you noticed the crowd, he got to it. He felt that vibe and everything.
Yeah.
He got the smile. He broke for a minute there, but he's not bad at all to get every time he did that. They got louder and louder and got a better reaction.
Well, you're a 22-year-old kid cutting one of your first big promos with the title on your shoulder.
I still question he's 22.
I want to see. Where's your birth certificate?
Right. The open challenges are now closed. Right as Dragon Lee is like, I want the belt. Nope.
Does that make him a little more of a heel? Right? He's shutting down open challenges.
This looks like Ray arguing with Batista almost. Just the size difference and everything.
A little bit. I may consider it. Walks away on Dragon Lee. So turnaround is not fair play with Oba.
You make Oba, Oba to me has that Francis Ngannou type vibe, I'll say.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, he's young. And the fact that, he gave a little chuckle because he wasn't expecting the crowd to start popping. He didn't know he was that over. And so you saw him like, oh, shit, they're really doing this.
Absolutely. And like you said, if he is actually 22, to have that happen, Christ, you were happy if you got, a cheer at a bar when you were 21, 22, let alone at least 1,000+ people can chant along with you.
So we got Hank Tank, Eddie.
Oh, we got the Spider-Man meme. We got Bear Grylls teaming up with Eddie Thorpe here. Tree Bear Hill, yeah. Your guy.
Bear Hill Malone in the house. I'm surprised they didn't put them two in the Dusty.
Yeah, honestly. Well, yeah. Weird that you wait until now to have them can pair up. This man's looking Dijak eye to eye here. He's
a big boy. Bear Hill isn't small.
He's like if someone ate Post Malone and then because they ate him, they became Post Malone.
All right, Dijak versus Bear Hill. Interesting. See, now they're doing the. Did you catch they're doing the woo thing for Lyra now?
No.
Woo! Woo!
Caw.
Ric Flair at the Buccaneers game killed me. Have you seen that clip? I'll send the clip to you. I'm going to put it out on the channel as soon as I get a chance. But it looked like the Ric Flair drip was bursting big out of the Buccaneers tunnel yesterday. And there was Ric Flair wooing away.
Fair enough. No, the most I've seen, well, he's out there looking like in cannabis claws with the sack that he had of the Ric Flair drip and everything. Right. So here's Lyra and Tatum. Tatum's already in the ring cosplaying.
Oh my God. So they really are
out of her and us.
Lyra's fucking reaction was amazing. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's you.
Right. What the fuck?
Something from my leg.
Like when I get up in the middle of the night or whatever, and I just come across my cat in the kitchen or something like that.
Right?
Like, what the fuck is that?
All right, folks, we're back in a commercial break. Up next, Lyra Valkyria and Lyra Valkyria 2 are going to take on Lola from the block and Elektra Lopez. So get your predictions in. Yeah.
Trish and Mickey James of NXT. Yeah. We've kind of talked about that a couple of times. I like how people now are just, if they're picking Lyra and Paxley, they're just cacaw. They're just cacaw in the chat.
Get your cacaws in. Pause. Question. A lot going around. Interesting, again, another interesting story from the IWC, but the IWC has decided that Dana Brooke is Tony Storm, and they hate it. So how do you fall on this one?
You're going to ask my opinion. You can.
I know where this is going.
Footage. I have the receipts of when we were here live, and my instant reaction was calling her Timu Tony Storm.
That's why
I am not the person to ask on this because, like I said, instead of Ash, it should have been just Ash by Elegance.
Right.
I honestly liked Dana Brooke in WWE better. Like when she was in NXT, I didn't mind that. And then now this shit is just.
Should we wait and see though? We don't even know what the gimmick is.
That's valid, but I feel like this isn't going to be the only example of it. Where we've seen something that works now in pro wrestling and has gotten over. So now you're going to have X, Y, and Z imitation X with it. You see it anytime, and it's not just with women, it's not just with Tony Storm, it's not just with AW versus whoever, it's across the board in pro wrestling. That got over, so now you just see, the copycat and the discount, the light versions come out.
Yeah. By the way, welcome to the channel. We appreciate the love. With that avatar and that name, you can definitely hang around here, my friend. You came to the right place.
Angry Dad instead of Homer Simpson. Again, deep cut if you know that's Angry Dad.
Right? But I think we got to be a little more patient as a fan base at times, though. Like if she did like a rich, you're right. But if she does, if she has nothing to do with movies, like, Tony Storm's the movie star.
She's the commercial star. She's great. 100%.
I tried to defend.
I can't do movies, but I can do TV shows, commercials, and ad reads.
Right. Now, as Dana Brooke, you're about to relaunch yourself in a new company. You're like, this is what I'm going to try and do. I wonder if someone around her would have been like, we kind of seen this right now.
You are valid, though, of this is 100% of this is on you to make this work. This is supposedly everything you wanted to do, much like Sting with his fucking match with the Bucks, his retirement match. This is what you wanted to do. So if this doesn't work, you have no one to blame but you.
Yeah, I mean, it's on you. And again, the fans, I mean, we talked about it. The heat she got when she went to NXT, it did not get over. It did not go well. And people were like, but she tries hard. Everybody who wants to be a pro wrestler is trying hard. We do not have to cheer you because you're trying hard. A lot of our favorite athletes are trying hard. But if they ain't succeeding, boo, earn.
Differentiate yourself. Establish why I should pay attention. Trust me, we literally try and do that day in and day out. differentiate ourselves, of establish why you need to be here instead of, listening to some Judgment Day New Yorker with a fucking AW hoodie. But yeah.
Will TNA go live every week? No, they won't. For multiple reasons. And the big one is cost. And they're like right now, they're taping shows that we're going to see in a month. They tape.
Oh, yeah. And no sell of the injury, no talk, no mention, no nothing. Just walks out.
You haven't even smoked yet, you psycho. Like, holy shit.
I am psycho, but thank you for noticing.
You're like, oh, fuck, he's fine.
Not a limp, not a gimp, not nothing.
But he does look pretty spry. I'll give you that.
He looks as spry as a Russian steroided
that neck chicken. Snapping back and forth, no problem.
Right? I'm completely fine. Let me just keep looking over here, left to right, left to right. You're good.
You,
title, you, me. Yeah, let's go.
Vengeance Day. They're making it official.
Oh, and the look on Carmelo's face instantly. So that's what's going to happen. He's going to have to do double duty, and Trick's going to fuck him over.
Mm-hmm. Or you know what? Trick just throw one so he doesn't have to be there.
This is MJF.
Yeah.
And Adam Cole at all end to an extent.
This is
Hinge.
It's HBK and Marty, buddy. Except they're both HBKs, so it's
no, you can't say that.
Well, Marty wasn't always Marty. Yeah, he was. Never mind.
When the fuck was Marty not Marty?
I tried. It was like Dana. I tried to save Dana too. It didn't help.
Right, yeah. Captain Save-A-Ho over there.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, I'll take that one. I earned that one. Ilya versus Trick, Vengeance Day NXT. Vengeance Day's shaping up, so I'm looking forward to that main event. And I do believe it will be Trick's turn, unless Carmelo has something to do with it.
Right. This 100% looks more like a tag team match than the regular women's tag team matches we get, because we've got
everyone's
you've got Lyra, and then you've got cosplay Paxley out there, and then you've got
Lola, and
Lola from the block, and
right.
Elektra Lopez out there with.
We got the
if you want to go and take a ride with me with the denim outfit.
Right. We kind of late because their clothes got to coordinate.
Right.
Oh, look at that. Look. She's doing Mizdow. She's doing Mizdow.
And it works. It's great.
It's getting over. The crowd's cheering her.
I can't wait till she does this with Rhea Ripley on the main roster.
There you go. Oba would eat Dragunov for lunch. Ilya's beaten bigger. Come on now.
I was gonna say that's the one guy, because he's gone at Gunther. So
yeah, I'm with you, JV.
Lola Vice out of this entire match is the one that's the future of this division. She's got main roster superstar written on her.
She, you know what? Yeah, she won that breakout tournament. I thought it was a bit of a surprise, but since winning it, yeah, she's definitely growing in the hearts and other places of many out there.
She has a look, she has a personality, she has, a buzz about her. She has something, she can go back and forth and shit online to go to back it up, which unfortunately is part of the game now in pro wrestling, I feel. So she's going to be, you were talking earlier about people from this crop that are in NXT now that kind of all jump to the main roster, like how we have the 4 horsewomen. She's one of those in there.
Okay. I'm not going to argue it just because I'm a fan. Elektra Lopez and Lola Vice, for sure. I'm going that way too. Too many skeletons, I guess.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. What?
Yeah, I'm not going all the way back to decipher all that.
No, you can have that.
All the girls are in uniform. Look, so they don't.
So they do look like a tag team.
Yeah, they're supposed to. I like it.
It's amazing how that happens in a tag team match, player. Holla, holla, holla.
Right. Oh, tags. Elektra taking a couple clotheslines. True. Tatum Paxley looks great tonight. She looks like Lyra. So Lyra also looking good by proxy, I suppose.
Now, does she look better, equal, the same, lesser, lower than? But then again, we can't say that when we were out here of like, you shut the fuck up about trying to, come at the queen, Deanna. So,
Tatum with a little slip, recovers well, cross body.
Ooh, Lola breaks it up.
There you go. MDB saying Oba. A lot of people are getting behind Oba, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have the Bubba craze. Now we have
no way. What a win!
What was that finish?
What a win! I like the finish. I don't
know. I shout out to homie there with the black tracksuit with the bald head that just picks up his phone and just kind of like the disgust face of what?
I like the finish because it plays into this story. Paxley gets kicked in the head and just falls and accidentally gets the win. Did I do it?
What in the name of NXT or WWE 2K24 superstar mode is this shit?
You're gonna have to remind me. Is that Danny? Is that the
Danny Palmer, the super streamer? We've got Ariana Grace out here, Little Santina. We've got unfortunately, I can't remember the woman's name, even though she's thicker than a Snickers. The one that was teaming up with Out of the Mud back there. You've got Lash Legend, Did
Lash Legend win?
Well, 100%. And no disrespect to the women talking right now, but so since somebody out there with, that's a little hobbit that likes to scream and yell about wrestling, got mad about Roman potentially beating Hulk Hogan's record, should he not be mad about Lash Legend out Hulk Hogan, body slamming, him and everything with her body slam of Otis?
Listen, I've given up on that guy. I mean, again, you can only turn coat so many times and say stupid shit so many times before it eventually catches up to you. And, just putting the nonsensical bullshit that comes out of his mouth most of the time that's unwrestling related. Even his wrestling takes are starting to get tiresome and ridiculous.
Right, as I've got Ridge coming out right now, and I guess we'll put a linchpin in that for
we'll hold that.
People in glass houses shouldn't sink ships. I'll say that.
Well, I mean, again, some things just shut your fucking mouth.
Linchpin, you can have that. This is what we call a teaser in the business, as we've got Ridge Holland out right now as we're going to commercial break before we get Ridge versus Joe Coffey. And I can see you already looking like you need to grab a coffee.
The minute they were like commercial.
All right. So you go grab a coffee and then,
All right. Nick and I are going to go for the hot tag, folks, but do not go anywhere. We are rolling along. Big Battle Royal coming up tonight, and it's been fun so far.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So KJ is taking a pause for the cause. I will remind everybody 100%. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Channel's been doing nothing but blowing up right now. We are right now allegedly at 3.51k subscribers. So again, shout out, appreciate that with everybody that's given us. I tell everybody, give us 30 seconds of your time. I won't exactly make you a wrestling fan, but I'll make you an us fan. And where was it? MD saying who the TF asked for Ridge Holland. And so I'll pose to the audience here, as Curtis is letting us know it's, I guess, commercial break number 4. How do you feel about the whole Ridge Holland situation? You've obviously seen me and KJ go back and forth about it, of they're unnecessarily attaching a certain stigma to this man that I don't think is doing him any service that they really think it is, and is doing an incredible amount of hindrance. And it just feels awkward and weird, and just there's no real payoff for it, especially now we just got Ilya with nothing coming out of it. But is this just we've broken apart all of the Brawling Brutes. Sheamus is still bound to return at some point. We've got Don, who's actually coming back as Pete Dunne in a coffee shop with Tyler Bate. And I've seen some people pitch that maybe Regal shows up on TV to manage those two as a tag team. Is this Ridge Holland's kind of actual breakout moment? We've got this road of redemption with Ridge Holland that, granted, he's got to go through Gallus and Joe Coffey out the gate here, but does this really help build him as a singles guy, a mid-card guy? I would say out of the gate here. I try to show all the love I can. This channel is fire. Well, we appreciate it 100%, like I said. All the OGs, the triple OGs, all the newbies, 100%. Appreciate all the love. And MD still, I love every time you're out here of, Wrestling for Life Network over everybody. That's going to be one of the next t-shirts that we're going to drop out here of W4L over everybody. Maybe we can outdo our truth there and, the backdoor sales and, we'll just I'll give KJ a payoff here and I'll just start doing the shirts. I'll give KJ a payoff and it'll be okay. Jobson saying 2-0. Here's hoping Buffalo goes 2-0 next weekend. I would love to see NXT Championship belt on the line at WrestleMania 40 will be different. Jordan, I could see that. I feel like wasn't it? It was like 36 or 37. I want to say it was the Charlotte Rhea match to where it was the NXT Women's Championship was on WrestleMania, I believe. So I could see something like that. Stand and deliver, though. Where's your what? Clarify. Context is king. About it being on Stand and Deliver. Okay, fair enough. Took me a minute. It's my brain at times is like a lazy Susan. But you could do double duty. Christ, we're doing double duty tonight here. Or, winner then has a match at Mania and becomes an even bigger story. If you could build the story for it, you can make it work. It's a question of if and would they make the story or build the story for it. Christ, we still don't know what the main story is on any main card title right now. But we do have this interweaving of stories amongst the Rumble. We have, what was it? We have the Cody and Drew interaction. We have, or the Punk and Drew interaction. We're going to get Punk and Cody interacting on Monday, next Monday on Monday Night Raw. We've got everything with Seth going on. So there's a constant little bit of spider web going through the top of especially Monday Night Raw. Larry, Nick said duty. I don't know if that's from when I said that previously or just now, but either way, it's still funny to me. Makes me instantly think of the Bare Naked Ladies line of, I just made you say underwear. As I've got Joe Coffey coming out right now with Gallus. So let me know who you're taking, whether you're taking Joe Coffey or you're taking Redemption Ridge here. Christ, that sounds like something out of fucking Yellowstone or something. I'll meet you at Redemption Ridge. But I think this is 100% going to be more of that potentially British strong style, UK style, slobber knocker here. Have you checked out the new series on Peacock based on 10 movies? It's awesome. David, no, I have not yet. I've seen that it's, everybody's loving it. Well, I think we saw an ad for it on Monday, but I haven't watched it yet. Kind of busy half the time between work and, paying attention to the wrestling things. I don't have time for teddy bears. What? Oh, big belly to back suplex. I'll take Ridge in this match. I think. I know I wasn't a big fan of them doing the whole injury spot, and I think I've been proven right with that. But I still like that maybe we're actually establishing Ridge as his own guy. He's never really, I felt, had a true development of as a character, as a wrestler or personality, anything like that. So maybe this redemption angle might really kind of help him out. Advertisement for later tonight, we're getting Dijak versus Trey Bearhill. Ridge for the win. I ain't got time to bear. Oh, that's so good. Right movie, wrong actor, because that's Jesse Ventura. But fantastic shout out, my guy Larry. Rid for the win. We seeing Jay tonight. Hey, shout out. What up? By the way, go and shout out homie's video that she just put out, starting a new series. Talking about NXT, which again I've said is the most consistent wrestling show week in and week out. I'm not, again, context is king. I did not exactly say it was, the best show week in and week out, but the most consistent. It is your best weekly wrestling watch, I would say. Big little scoop slam there from Ridge for a 2 count. Oh, actually, that was the 3. That's a shit finish. Boo Ridge, not a fan. Boo Earns. Yeah, well, I'm torn on Ridge because I have the feelings of the angles and the situations that they put in this man in, and I feel like he's been a terrible victim of circumstance, but at the same time, he's talented. That was a shit finish, though. That was just out of fucking nowhere. No build to it. And didn't even really look that dominating. Like, there was no story in the match. I spent more time explaining the story building to the match than the fucking story of the match. As now Gallus just jumping Ridge, and but there's no friends to be had. We keep looking down the entrance way, but nobody's showing up here. They are building a redemption arc in him, and it's not needed. But if they're trying to make him a singles guy, if we've got the breaking up the ending of the Brawling Brutes, I could see that. You got to at least establish him here, as he's just getting picked apart, and there's got to be somebody showing up here at some point here, or unless we're really putting the nail in the coffin, as we got a discus clothesline from Coffey, but I guess halfway pun intended there. But absolutely, unless this is literally, we're kicking this man as far down as we can so we can build him back up, we're going to break everything you know about Ridge Holland down as much as possible so we can reestablish it, a la Baron Corbin-ish. That would be the only way. That's what I think they're doing here, and it felt awkward with them kept cutting to the entrance ramp here.
Hello.
Speaking to cutting to entrance ramps. Hi.
No, listen, with Ridge there, they just let him, so he gets a clean, very dominant win. And then he gets jumped, and they kept showing, because Ridge, you're used to having friends. Where's Butch? Where's Bate? Where's Sheamus? Nobody's coming to save him. So, yeah, they're beating him down as now he's on his own. He can dominate. He's strong, but he's down and out. And again, I'm not totally behind it. I get where you're coming from, but I see what they're trying to accomplish.
It's been a while since we've seen a public vinsectomy, and I feel like that's what we're seeing right now. Again, is my favorite term of a vinsectomy here. I feel like
if he would have lost, that match and then took a beating, I'd definitely 100% be there with you. But the fact that he was so dominant in the actual match and won so decisively.
Was it a good match, though? Like,
it's a decent match to serve its
what purpose. Did you enjoy? Did that finish make sense to you? That just
the finish made complete sense. Like the finish wasn't an issue. It was just fast. It was
a scoop slam.
Well, I mean, I can't tell him how to pick his finisher. It's that tuck scoop slam thing that he does. But I mean, that's the thing. It's right here, right? They're establishing that he does not have backup. And maybe the story becomes he has to go find new friends.
Who?
I don't know. That way, tune in. We'll find out.
All right. Scooby Dooby Doo, Ridgy Poo, where are you?
Right. He's in trouble, man. He's in trouble. So again, I mean, it wasn't it wasn't a great match, but it was decent because what they were trying to show is Ridge one-on-one will knock your head off. He's a big, powerful dude, but when he's outnumbered, he used to have backup. Now he doesn't. What is he going to do?
Right. Well, No, it's a Vincectomy, not a
Vince.
valsectomy. No, that's more choppy PP. And
Choppy.
speaking of somebody who shouldn't reproduce, so do we want to just talk about Judgment Day, Hobbity New Yorker there now?
Go ahead. This? Yeah, we can start rolling on that.
Well, no, I'm trying to remember the fucking where we linchpinned it now at this point.
I don't know. My issue with him was, well, first and foremost, I mean, he's taken a lot of heat from every angle. Again, not being very aware of the circumstance. And listen, if you are required to scream at your microphone the whole time you're fucking talking, you're probably doing something wrong. And in addition to that, if you are saying like, this fuck, like, if you're saying bullshit and then challenging people to cancel you, well, I would challenge the people that do follow that to prove him wrong, to show him where you're not going to tolerate the bullshit, that you're not just going to listen to everything he says like a fucking drone, and that you're going to understand that there are certain things that he shouldn't be speaking about. And that's one of them. Stick to the fucking wrestling, stick to the facts, and don't wander off. And that's his problem, is he consistently, whether it's about the wrestling or otherwise, he acts like he knows, and he doesn't know shit.
He's the Alex Jones of pro wrestling, content creators. I would say that. Man has a devout audience. Why, I don't know. But of all days to just take an angle, and I mean, Hulk Hogan even said that he's that way. So why do you got to sit there and try and stick up for this man? But to do it on MLK Day and everything too, like, how tone deaf are you? And let's not act though like this isn't the first or last time that he sits there and just spouts off shit just because it gets clicks, just because it gets attention.
No, and again, I think a lot of what he does is unnecessary. And when he starts screaming and yelling, and he acts like it's everything's rumor. And he recently did a thing about Jericho, and the same thing of like very defensive of certain people and certain types of people. And you got to tread lightly until you know the facts. And that's one thing we do. Like we joke, or we're serious about the joke though, that we're the most unscripted, uncensored, unfucking filtered channel out there, because everything we say is from the hip and from the heart. We don't have a little notepad that we're reading off of. We don't take a half an hour, and play music while we come up with our thoughts. We just act, we react as it's happening. And the same thing this week with the gender thing of like, Triple H proved Tony Khan right. No, he proved that you're a fucking moron because you don't get what it was. It was a nothing match. You and I established that it was a nothing match. It was the IWC that built it up to Jinder might win, and this is bigger than it is. That doesn't negate the comments. That doesn't negate the bullshit. And the same thing when you stretch it over to the other issue, what you were talking about with MLK, is it's on tape. It was heard. It's not speculation. There's proof. The man has come out and acknowledged his stupid behavior. Who is this?
I don't know, but I got Kalani Jordan.
Who's curling around? Is that Thea's sister?
Yeah, literally. It's again, can NXT do any sort of female that isn't just like, I'm full of spunk and pizzazz and just, getting hyper as fuck.
Hoppity or Hobbity? Corbin! Looking like a fucking lead singer of a 90s indie band.
Even flow.
That is. Oh, look.
Yeah, and here comes fucking grunge music right now. Here comes Nirvana to fucking interrupt the day.
He stole his dad's jacket.
But yeah, no. JD is 100% a fucking hobbit. Go touch grass, my guy. Understand that there's a fucking world around you and everything. And have a fucking I almost was going to say have compassion, but I mean the man's the great. Just understand, like,
don't overstep. You have every right to your wrestling opinion, but don't overstep. And I think that's the issue. And I've said
not even overstep. It's just don't be a fucking idiot.
I would love to get on live with that guy and go toe to toe But he doesn't. He would never do that with anyone. Anybody that
I don't, because I don't have
even,
so many hours that I can't get back. Sorry.
Yeah, no, anyone that even interjects on his own chat, he blocks if they, don't say exactly what he thinks when he thinks it. And to me, that's a coward move. I got blocked for pointing out that he was wearing an AEW hoodie while criticizing WWE. That was enough to get me blocked. Like, it's just, it's bitch made. That's what it is. And it's unfortunate. And again, the guy's got his following. Kudos to him for that. But at the end of the day, people got to get their heads out of their asses and choose wisely. The Wolf Dogs.
I don't know about that. Baron Corbin out here looking like he's in a fucking Cabela's catalog. Fucking Duck Dynasty, my ass.
What's up, Ringsider Anthony? Good to see you. Good to see you. And we will see Anthony on Thursday night this week as TNA makes its comeback. But he echoes the sentiment that you and I share: is that man can go kick rocks, and the more people that can say that out loud, good for them.
Yeah, unfortunately, he smokes him instead of kicks him. Allegedly. Well,
yeah,
the way he acts, not allegedly.
I like his brother from Oregon. Losing my religion.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight.
This segment is painful. Are you saying it's priceless? I'm finding this a struggle.
This is a digital media exclusive going out on national TV right now. That's where I was going to go with this whole JD thing, because that's more fucking compelling than any of this shit right now, respectfully. The man built his empire on fucking lies and bullshit. And the second that Jenga piece gets pulled,
yeah,
the whole fucking tower falls down.
Oh, it's a fucking house of cards, Nick. You're absolutely right. Like, it is crazy. Right? And again, we've seen it multiple times where, again, degrading to women, degrading to different segments of the audience. If you don't think the way he thinks, you're an idiot. He acts like he's in the room while these decisions are being made. He has an opinion one day, the next day he changes it to something else, and then sits back and goes, why can't people just enjoy the wrestling? It's assholes like you that are running, that tribal flag down the fucking hill.
But it all feels like an act. That's the thing. It's all it's like I said, it's Alex Jones. It all feels like a fucking act, a fucking gimmick of literally I've got to create this bullshit, and then now I've made so many lies that when they fucking circumvent and circle back around each other, like we've talked about it off air, about how now, because he's actually become critical of AEW, that now the loyalists, now the empire, the house of cards has fallen because he pulled the ace of spades.
Yeah. People accusing him of being a WWE shill, but he took his AEW hoodie off. Like, how apropos is all that bullshit?
But that's the thing, is when you're here and you stand on business 100%, then you never have to fucking tiptoe by the window. None of that.
That's it. You stand by it. But when you are just saying shit and screaming because people pay attention and seem to like the fact that you're screaming and yelling in your fucking grandma's basement or whatever the fuck, it just do you, boo-boo. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But again, we've always welcomed other opinions. We have a lot of people that tune in here and disagree with us. We disagree with each other. If you and I blocked each other every time we disagreed, fuck.
This show had been canceled 4 times over, 100%.
Well, we got go.
No, sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say, if we're like that in the meme video that always gets shared around of the two guys flipping each other off in the street and everything like that. No, fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck you.
We got LaWoe with Selena Vega in the ring, and we got Chase U. I guess Andre Chase is not going to compete.
Well, I mean, he's out here looking disheveled. Instead, we're going to get Evan Bourne Jr., I feel.
Yes. And I understand that, Andre Chase is having some issues. Did that mean he forgot how to fold a collar? I don't get that. Why is his collar up? you know, he's not fucking
Bro,
Rain Man.
we've talked about wrestling fans trying to remember deodorant and soap and everything, and now you're expecting people to be able to fold collars and shit.
Oh
You're
God.
expecting too much of these people.
Yeah, get your predictions in, folks. We got the ding ding on this one. As here we go. Dusty Rhodes, the winner will go on to face Trick and Mello.
As Marvin's pointed out about how they were struggling to find. That's that whole promo, by the way, that we were talking over.
Yes.
Was Corbin and Braun trying to figure out what their name is.
Yes, and it went a little bit too long. That was my. It
went longer than a second, so it went too long.
Yeah, like do this on your own time. I'm trying to watch wrestling.
Right. Figure that shit out. Why I need to know this? I'm not workshopping it with you. Why the fuck I need to know?
Zelina, but apparently the Wolf Dogs is not going to fly, so they're still thinking. They're still thinking. I think the Dirty Dogs was taken once upon a time.
Could we see the Dirty Dogs in TNA here? But speaking of dogs and wolves, I guess I'm gonna go howl at the moon here real quick.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick is taking a pause for the cause. We are rolling through right now. We got the last semifinal of the Dusty Classic already rolling. Duke with a big sidewalk slam. Let me know what you're thinking. Get in that chat. We got 60 plus here with us already. So keep it coming. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Take our link and drop it anywhere people are talking wrestling. We appreciate it so much. Are you interested in Anna Jay? Yes. Oh, no, there's more to that. Versus Deonna tomorrow night. Yes. Damien, we will be here tomorrow night to cover that one live. And again, Anna Jay's got, like, if Anna Jay was in a system like NXT, she's got a lot of potential. She's got a look. She's got an attitude. She's got a confidence, a little green in the ring, as you could imagine. And I think Deonna, wow, miles up and over, taking out Lowo. But I think that Deonna is a perfect person to get in the ring with. My only issue is, again, a little bit of, you signed Deonna. She's a big deal. She wants to get after Toni Storm. And you put her in on Saturday as her debut against Red Velvet. No disrespect to Red Velvet, but it's Collision. It's the show that's not getting nearly as much ratings as Dynamite. Why would you not debut Deonna on Dynamite? Like, if this was her debut match, probably better. The other issue with that is they're both kind of babyface. So, again, it makes it a little bit of an interesting booking. The fans want to cheer for Anna Jay. The fans want to cheer for Deonna. But who do you cheer for? So you split your crowd, right? If she, and even Red Velvet, it was a babyface. If Deonna was fighting Mariah May tomorrow, it would make more sense. And I think everybody can agree with that. Let's chase, turn heel and go with the Steiner or Braun as a asshole team. I have no idea what you're saying, Larry. When do we see Jungle Boy next? I think he's going to do a little stint with New Japan. If I was Jungle Boy, if I was Tony Khan, I would let him spend 6-8 months hanging around New Japan. Getting a bunch of different stories, getting a bunch of matches. Let your matches speak. Let people start going, oh, my God, remember when, Jungle Boy was in matches that were pretty good? I think that would be best for him. And then he can transition back. I listen, as much as I got my criticisms of what happened and my criticism of what happened with Punk and the whole situation, him coming out with the new look, looking kind of like he's been through the ringer, the scapegoat armband, I think it works. I think it works well. So, again, if you drop him in a AEW crowd, like if he had made his re-debut in AEW, then you have people kind of torn. You'll get a section of the crowd booing him, a section of the crowd that loves him because they hated Punk. This is a better way to do it by getting him involved with New Japan. Rock will cost Roman the title at RR. Priest will cash in. I see that laughy emoji. I don't see it happening, my guy, but hey, weirder things have gone down. I'm not allowed to say what I am thinking of. Okay, don't. Please don't. There you go. Corbin giving him pointers as little poor guy. All right, Chair. Yeah, the dynamic between Braun and Corbin, I'm curious. What do you guys think about it so far? The Wolf Dogs. What do you think of how is this playing out? Are they going to win the Dusty Classic? KJ, I'm interested in possibly getting Deonna versus Serena Deeb. 100%. I'm a huge fan, and if you've been watching this channel for a while, we've championed Serena Deeb. And then she went through a series of health issues. It is amazing to see her back. I'm looking forward to getting back. I like the vignettes they're doing for her. I'll give them full marks on it. And if you can get Serena Deeb in there with serious contenders, then she matters. If she's just going to have matches with lower card, talent, then it might not mean as much. So if you utilize her and you amplify the talent you do have on your roster, it could go very well. Did that guy steal Brian Key's bounty hunter hats? Yeah, right? I'm still waiting for bounty hunter to be all elite. Nothing official. Julia Hart's hat. So everybody's got a hat. That was more of a Sarge Slaughter hat. All right. So it's all about the hats now. I go with the beak. Nick goes with the chapeau. We got Anthony as the hat attack. Everybody's got a hat. Let Chase U turn heel and go with Steiner and Bourne. I gotcha. Corbin, Bourne, gotcha. Chase, I don't know if it works as a heel gimmick, though. I still don't know what they're doing with this whole, they're in bankruptcy. JC Jane probably did it. We have to wait and see. I've never been the biggest fan of the Chase U stuff, but they were over. So I don't know where they're going to go from here. As Miles reaching for the tag here. And here comes Duke. Deonna seems more like a natural heel. She is a natural heel. The Virtuosa, I think she's got a great heel side. She works it really well in the ring, out of the ring. Again, you're going to give her a little bit of babyface time because she's new. Plus, Toni Storm is a great heel right now. So if you want to put Deonna against that, it works well. A woman who's very serious about what she's doing against a woman who's kind of playing around, right? The movie star. I don't watch wrestling. I'm in black and white. I got Luther as a butler. Wow, Poison Rana. And you're a Nagi. Emphatic. 2 count. All right. KJ, let Nick read that one, please. I don't know which one, but he's not here right now. Nick's not here, man. Rio with a new thing. Wolf Dogs is nonsensical, but no worse than Out of the Mud and no quarter. Amen. Rio, I agree with everything you just said. Wolf Dogs, no, don't need to do that. I don't even think Corbin liked it. Out of the Mud sucks. And the no quarter catch crew is, I think, an odd kind of tip to the Blackpool Combat Club. Missile drop kick by Wilde as Duke pinned the wrong guy. I'm being honest, I have no interest in AEW anymore. Not one storyline is intriguing to me. I'm definitely taking a break for a while. Paul, you have every right to do that, and that's my biggest fear right now for AEW. Wow! DDT! Tope DDT! As we get a holy shit chant from the crowd. And it looks like Lola is heading towards the win. Sag. No, I'll let you happen. I'll let you have that, my guy. That's okay. I thought you were going to say something worse. And the LWO. Take out Chase U. Big win, folks. The Mighty Ones already taken as a team name. No, I don't. I can't think of the Mighty Ones. You can let me know, Marvin. But yeah, no, don't love it. Lobo pants look like Alberto How do you even say that? Ambulita's blanket. Oh, LMAO. There you go. There you go. Teaching me new words. I'm a big fan of Deonna, and I can't wait for her and Timeless Tony Storm maybe at Revolution. I think so. And my only fear with Deonna is getting lost in the shuffle. We've seen it many times. They make a big deal. Oh, we signed Ruby. Didn't amount to anything. Oh, we signed Soraya. Didn't amount to anything. Oh, we signed so-and-so. Didn't amount to anything. So I hope Deonna is, the start of exceptions. And our buddy Paul's not wrong about the storylines. They're lacking. Right now, a lot of wrestling is cooking. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement. And I'm sorry, everything that AEW is kind of doing is being questioned right now. Even Sting's retirement match is like, even by the diehard fan base. Oh yeah, they'll probably have a good match, but the Bucks, that's the problem right now. That is the problem. Adriana having a little anxiety about her first match coming up in this battle royal, which I assume is soon. If Chase U or LWO wins, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams turns heel at the same time. So it looks like it's going to be Trick and Carmelo taking on the LWO in the next round. So should be a fun match no matter what happens. Thea nor JC not in the battle royal. I thought they were, actually. I thought that JC and Thea were in the battle royal. Now I could be corrected, bonkers, but I think they're both in there. How about Team Corbin Breaker? What do we call these guys? I don't even know. LWO versus Trick and Mellow Gang. Absolutely. Joe Gacy is on commentary with a vintage WWE logo on his jacket. What is up with Joe Gacy? Is everyone else seeing this? Am I losing my mind? 4-0. Yeah, let's bury NXT people by main roster more. Eric Douglas, I don't agree with that. I don't at all. You can sprinkle in people, especially lower mid card, talent, because that they tend to do, go under. And there's been a lot of examples. Even when Becky came down and people criticized it, it did nothing but benefit Tiffany. Tiffany ended up looking like a superstar for the work she did with Becky. Lowo coming down and having a really good match with Chase U, that's fine by me. Next week, they're going to have a really good match with Mello and Trick. Last week, everybody talked about that slingshot spot. Yeah, I don't think they're burying anybody. Did you really want Chase U to win? I didn't. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this matchup. And I think that's not an accurate take. As now I'm getting a preview for Royal Rumble, specifically Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. Logan Paul will be on the KO show this Friday. That was 6, says Juan. I'm with you, buddy. 3-1, 3-1. Both tag matches were really good tonight. 4-0. Damn. Tag match heating up. Just too bad they can't be the Wolf Pack. Maybe we can play with that.
I don't want you playing with me, but the wolf back is back, causing mass destruction. Yeah. Guess you see the bad boys are wrestling.
Yeah, I like the wolf dogs, huh? She funny. We were just talking about Adriana Rizzo.
Fair enough. Rizzo the rat.
Joe Gacy is on commentary.
Hey, screw it. What else has he done?
Put him on SmackDown.
Well, Christ, I heard they're going to start having open auditions, open casting calls.
We're in.
100%, absolutely.
Gacy looking sharp. Joe Gacy is funny. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of got a kick out of him. I don't quite know what he's doing, but it's always worth talking about.
Well, and 100%, it's everybody had that comparison initially with him to Bray Wyatt. And now he's trying to do what he can to break away from that as respectfully as he should, because he needs to be his own guy, and Bray Wyatt is going in the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, I mean, wait, it's quite the jump, but yeah, no, Joe's trying to definitely stake his claim, and we've seen him come out from under the ring, we've seen him steal the ring bell. Now he's on commentary. Who knows what's next out of this man?
Right. As I heard you out here trying to speak Spanish, by the way, my guy.
Yeah, it didn't work. No.
Abuelita.
Way too white.
Yeah.
I got to go get Babel.
Asian persuasion.
Joe Gacy is funny. I actually wish Gacy was on SmackDown and make him tag with Grimes. Yeah, I don't know about that.
They fucking Bebop and Rocksteady, Gracie and Grimes.
Gacy and Grimes.
Yeah, Gacy and Grimes out here.
You want to give them like a fucking...
Brought to you by Dawn Dish Soap.
The one-man wolf pack. I like the reference, but it doesn't quite fit this one.
Right.
Did Lyra look better after working with Becky like Tiffany? I think so. I think it's the only reason why I legitimized her as a champion. Of like, okay, she can go. Now she's your champion.
Prime example of a guy who went down to NXT and everything and helped revitalize his career, just signed with Impact and Dolph Ziggler with Nick Nemeth.
Yeah, it's this idea that because if a main roster talent, participates in NXT, they're burying the NXT talent. Like Chase U is going to lose no matter who they fight because they're building an angle, they're building a story. Losing to the LWO doesn't bury them by any stretch. And I mean, and it wasn't like it was a shit match. They didn't just walk in and destroy them. I think you froze. Or is you just like thinking, are you feeling me out here, bro? Oh yeah? How dare you look at me like that? We'll wait and see what happens with Nick here. But Cell was dead. Oh, we're in the back with Metaphor, and Von Wagner is here. Where could my Nicky be? The stream took him away from me. He's deep thought. I got him good with this one, guys. It's a deep question. Capital Punishment Organization. That's some deep shit, my guy. Drew Chase U brings nothing. It's kind of true. I like how Oba didn't need a main roster talent to put him over unless you consider Dragon Lee. Well, yeah, I would consider Dragon Lee. And Dragon Lee still, and again, it helps validate the up-and-coming talent. Oba beating Miles is great. All right, Miles is nobody. Miles is green as everybody else. So having, that moment where you can build towards something, that works for me. So when you use Dragon Lee in that spot, it helps. It helps the younger talent look better. And I would say they've done it several times, and it has worked a lot. Dun, dun, dun. Drew Chase brings nothing. Got that one. Nick froze. Let him go. And here comes Trey Bearhill. Let him go. Let him go. I wanted Chase U to get their belts back. Plus, Lawo already has a belt in a storyline with Santos and lost Lotharios. Built. But yeah, I mean, I don't think LWO is going to win this, but it will give you a really good match, though. I want to see the world burn. Some people just want to see the world burn. As we got Dijak, who looks like he's missing his eyebrows, taking on Trey Bearhill. Who you taking? I'm taking Dijak. Dances with Wolves. No, that should be the tag name. Braun and Braun's tag team with Corbin. Dances with Wolves. Right? That's some good shit. He froze right up. Got Trey for the win. A couple people taking Trey. Okay. Dijak, I like it. Break number 7. I only got one more with the amount of time on the clock. I think I'm going to be wrong tonight. I'm taking Bear. Dijak for the win. I'm with you, Damien. Dances with Wolf Dogs. There you go, MTV. What's all around is all around. I like it. Who sang that song? The world is on fire. We didn't start the fire, Billy Joel. The world is on fire. Who sang that? Fill me in. Let me know. Dijak versus Trey Bearhill is on right now. Dijak in control. One who walks with wolves. Dijak for the win. Have Bearhill and Eddie Thorpe be managed by Tatanka. Hey. And again, originally I was a little surprised that Bearhill has the gimmick and the story that he has when you already had Eddie. But the fact that they acknowledge it, they kind of, tip their hats to it. I don't mind it in that regard now. As Dijak just chucked Bearhill. That's a big man to just throw. I hope JC or Tiffany wins the Battle Royal. Eric, we will be talking about that in a couple minutes. Dijak. Put Joseph on SmackDown. Yes. Joseph would be better on SmackDown, which it makes me nervous at the idea that KP would come down here. I don't want to. I hate criticizing people trying to do their job, but Kevin Patrick is not the guy you need. It's not going to work. He just doesn't have it. It does not. He's too breathy. He's too flat. He doesn't get excited. There's times where Graves is just losing his mind, and the response from KP is like, oh, yeah. You're like, that's not enough. You need a tag team. You need to work together. 13 degrees, and we are getting another 2 feet of snow. 2 feet of snow. That's too much snow. Nick and I were talking about the weather before we came on live tonight, and my part of the world did that whole like kind of rainy, drizzly shit for a couple days. Speaking of rainy, drizzly shit, I'm just kidding. But yeah, then everything just froze right up. And speaking of freezing right up, well, I should have a partner back. I know y'all saw me laugh like I'm crazy, but I can see things you can. Reload, welcome. Dijak for sure can join the Wolf Dogs. I could go with that. Build it up.
The snow took her away from me.
You got that.
Oh, I did. That's one of the few things I caught. And even right as I was about to come back on, I guess, the snowy drizzling shits. Thank you for that intro. It froze. So I thought you were going to be pulling me up with my clip of me with my hands just thrown up in the air. Like, what?
KJ, look at the tag. I'm going to start a war. What did I miss? Wait, I got to go back now. You can click below until I find what he's talking about.
Hold on. Am I live?
No, you're smiling away there. Okay, you're back.
Okay. Apparently, yes. I'm apparently trying to speak out from the nether region here. Pause. The Phantom Zone, the Fro Zone. Am I good?
Yeah, you're back. Oh, wait. Wow, 2-2-2 on the crossbody.
1, 2. I just got the 2. I'm for real. Am I good?
Sorry. This popped me. JV, that made me laugh that you broke it down phonetically for me. Thank you. My white ass.
Caucasian persuasion. Okay. Well, you're out here. Literally, I started to talk and then you just stopped again. I'm like, no.
Dijak with the W.
Yeah, do it. Give it to me. I am finally. You know what killed what killed me on the stream? The Ice Age.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Gacy just jumps.
Gacy out here looking like a fucking used car salesman.
Man, he was doing the commentary.
I live in a van down by the performance center.
That's awesome.
That's 100% what he looks like.
Oh, Oh, Lexus King jumps Trey Bearhill. Everybody getting jumped.
That's how you know you're on the right track.
He's back in the swamp. Do I see dead people? It's a loaded
No,
question.
he sees frozen people.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. You got the, you're like Medusa out here. You got the looks that can just freeze anybody up here.
Oh, slapping the shit out of this man.
Well, it's interesting how this, now you have to have been watching NXT for a hot minute. This ties into how Lexus King got into the breakout tournament because he attacked Bearhill and, what he, hey, boo-boo, look at this tournament bracket.
Well, and then Bearhill cost him, you remember the minor distraction that was enough? So, JBL! Wow, talking to Dunn, Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah, little Bo Buchanan here. Jensen.
Now, we tried this once before with Corbin.
Yeah, but let's not talk about saggy pants JBL out there. Because Fox News, that's why I picked you. JBL wouldn't be bad as a manager. It's very much that Dutch Mantel with Jake Hager, Jack Swagger vibe, I feel.
I believe that if Vince McMahon wasn't in charge at the time that JBL and Corbin got together, it would have had a better chance. But fucking Vince was in that, like, I don't care about the booking mode at that point. Because, again, JBL being able to talk for a younger talent and get them over as real heelish works.
And again, when you have, like you were pointing out right there, of somebody like a JBL who can talk on the microphone that can get somebody over, it helps a guy like a Jensen that maybe isn't so great on the stick. Pause.
Yeah.
So, bro, how is this supposed to get over?
What?
The fucking
that is an amazing entrance.
PI helicopter entrance, everything.
That's an amazing entrance.
To who? In 1999, 2006 called, and they want their music video back.
No, come on. There's nothing wrong with that entrance.
Job, streets, back. All right.
You're crazy. She's one of the best young heels we got. Especially with Cora Jade back on the shelf. You ain't paying attention if you haven't.
You still can't tell me who Izzy Dame is. So what are we talking about?
I'm not talking about Izzy. I'm talking about Kiana.
What happened?
Kiana looks good. She is going to be one of the top heels. She gives me fucking Ivy vibes. She gives me that strong vibe where she can come in and fuck with all your baby faces. There's nothing wrong with Kiana James.
She gives me best friend's best friend from Clueless vibes.
Yeah, you're a fan of Tiffany. You're going to talk about Clueless vibes and then cheer for Tiffany.
God damn it, I am. 100%.
That is the most hypocritical
star. That's the one
I've
that
heard all
is
night
mad
long.
at the star.
Come on. You're crazy. You're crazy.
I don't. We've said before, both publicly, that Tiffany is a fucking star, 100%.
I agree, but you can't drop the Clueless gimmick on this girl and cheer for Tiffany. Come on now.
Okay, Kardashian, pick whatever Richie Prissy gimmick you want to pick.
Yeah, I mean, and I would argue that maybe Tiffany is in that vein as well. So, but no, I like the entrance. Am I wrong, folks? Am I wrong? I thought, look, Kiana's a star. Right?
Yeah. You can have that. Not even what I'm at.
Effing show. Yep. Kiana James. Victoria or Ivy. I like Victoria better.
Other things you said. No.
Yeah, no.
Victoria, put some respect more on Victoria's name.
Oh, no. You got to give this young girl talent.
Ivory is the one that I would have given you with this.
You are completely, I mean, especially in ring. She's better in ring than Fallon. She brings more to the table personality wise. I mean, Bar Rescue was what it was, but at the end of the day, we got to give some credit. Tiffany is Paris Hilton. Kiana is a star. I like it. Izzy gives me Victoria after the crazy gimmick. Okay. Izzy's big, man. She's a thick lady, ready to go to war. I mean, in all the good ways.
Side note though, because I'm just a Victoria mark. Best theme song for Victoria with all the things you said, or I
Yeah.
deleted a mess with. Whoop, with my bad, with my bad self.
I kind of like when she went with the tattoo ripoff.
All the things you said, all the things you
Yeah.
said.
Not
That
too
really
much.
established her as like the first kind of like spooky powerhouse chick.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And I think that's where like people kind of see that powerhouse vibe from Izzy. Again, we don't see much. So you went and got blocked? Wait, what happened? This
By
mother
who?
by look at his new name. JV from JN.
Oh, well, trust me, that ain't hard. It's just
No.
actually say something that makes sense.
Jensen just needs to be led. I agree with Reload on this one. I like the idea. You know, we saw Jensen kind of come into his own here, did really good at the at deadline. I think he had an opportunity, you know, something like JBL to kind of bring him along and give him a little more personality. Yeah.
JBL with Jensen. Get to the chopper. Yeah,
How do
no.
you knock the chopper
Get away
gimmick?
from the chopper.
How do you knock the chopper gimmick?
Because they're getting away from the chopper. They're not going to the chopper.
I think she's got a great entrance. I think it's worked.
It doesn't work for me for whatever reason. Now, granted, I'm probably going to soften with this in like
Yeah,
3
yeah,
weeks, like I did with Tony Storm.
A few weeks from now, you'll be like, I always like this girl.
No, I won't. Hold on. I know what you're trying to do there. No, that's not me. You can stop that.
The chopper entrance is good sports entertainment.
But no, I like this. Yeah, 100%. No, it's, you know, I ain't the lady to mess with. With my
right. That's valid. Oh, I miss Victoria.
Right. MD saying Big Nick got me blocked by Sean Ross Fap on Twitter. What did I do?
What did you do?
I don't know. How did I get involved here?
Take responsibility for your actions, MDB.
I mean, if I got you blocked 100%, I mean, you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at, but Nick, I don't know what I did to facilitate that thing.
Right.
What?
Nick having Call of Duty flashbacks. Duty.
I made you say duty.
Who's going in the Hall of Fame this year for the ladies? Possibly Mickey or AJ. Interesting. We haven't talked a lot about the female side of possible nominees this year. That's a good question. Mickey would be a good shout.
But I question, does anyone go in the Hall of Fame besides
Bray Wyatt tribute? It won't be just Bray Wyatt. Even if they might honor Bray Wyatt, it will not be just exclusively Bray Wyatt, my friend.
But so then who else would go in? Do you do a
Batista? I think I've been saying for weeks that I think Batista's the front runner. I think Batista could get in. I really, really want Heyman to go in this year in Philly. You know, I know he's still active, but Rey Mysterio's still active. It just feels right. We're getting a quarter package, a quarter pounder
with cheese,
quarter pounder with cheese package.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Canada? A Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese. AJ Lee going in would be very interesting. Could they talk her into coming back in the Rumble and doing a mini run and then put her in at Mania weekend?
I think there's a strong potential she shows up at the Rumble. I was trying to think of, if we're going to do it in Philadelphia, I was trying to think of women that have like an ECW tie or anything like that. And Francine's a name that popped into my head, but I'm like, I don't know if WWE would do that as Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's the only thing.
Brooks feels like he's the third
back man. Again to Trick and Carmelo backstage here.
I like that they're doing this though. Like, I mean, they've weaved them through the whole show.
Yeah, this has been the majority of the show. Is just the Trick and Carmelo show. Jeez. It's time to light the light.
Yeah, it ain't easy being cheesy, Larry. Batista, Lex Luger. A lot of people have been pushing Lex Luger, especially because he was on the bump.
Yeah. If only he didn't do so many bumps, but I like this with, well, at least the name of Victoria. Speaking of how we were talking about her, she could be a good fit if they're going to do it in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it actually surprises me that she's not already in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, that goes down to Vince McMahon at the helm of there's this weird list of people who aren't allowed in there. It's like how you can't sneeze around the man and shit. Of just you have this weird list of fuck ups that you don't even know if you fucked up or not.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that she's not in there, put her in now. Let's go. We were just talking about her.
Right.
That's an oversight and a half.
Respectfully,
Carmelo's in
Tori
there.
Wilson and Stacy Keibler can make it in there.
Yeah.
Victoria deserves to be in there.
Charmel. Oh.
Sherelle's in there.
That's a problem.
Oh,
when you don't
fair
have
enough.
She shouldn't be in there. Yeah, so next week, contract signing for whoever wins this, and Lyra and the semifinals.
Right. As we're getting the semifinals as well next week between Braun and Baron versus Axiom and Frazier.
That is a huge mismatch. So we got a bunch of ladies in the ring. Is this all of them? Is this everyone? Are we all here?
Bueller. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, Diva, 4 little.
Oh, they're giving us a recap of Cora Jade.
Oh, so this is where you introduce somebody new because Cora had to leave the match.
Mm-hmm. And
Jazz for Hall of Fame. Jazz is a fantastic shout if she's not already in the Hall of Fame.
That's a shame. That's criminal. Oh, Ren Sinclair.
Hey, shout out. Maddie Rakowski, I believe was her name on the Indies. Yeah. And they just gave her the most generic. I swear they just do like spin the wheel, make a deal of like generic Caucasian name.
Here comes Thea Hale.
Yeah, if you weren't telling who's going to probably be at least in the Final Four, we're getting entrances for the last couple people here.
I feel bad for Jensen. Again, it is what it is, right? Some people felt bad for Jannetty. It's just the way it works sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Nos Malone can go and team up with, Tribal Malone out there with Bear Hill. So they can be the Malone brothers.
You cannot put Lex in the fame. The fans would kill him. Chair, I don't know, man. I mean, at some point you got to move past certain things. And I don't know. I think he's a different man. They had him on the bump. We've seen the I don't want to say the disintegration of Lex Luthor. Yeah, you're Superman. But I don't know. That's a tough one. It is a tough one. I admit.
Yeah, but I don't think we'd get a situation, I guess, not shut out of with the Bulls to where they put their former owner in the Ring of Honor and then the fucking widows out there getting booed. You're not going to get a situation like that if like Luger goes in. I don't think anyone's going to have a hard grudge or a hard standpoint on that. You might get a couple of Twitter trolls that get, their panties in a bunch, but shut up.
All right, folks. What?
They're already on the outside fighting. What the fuck is going on?
They rolled out. If you guys want to make a guess at who might win this, no Nikita.
No Nikita, no Takeda, no surprises.
No surprises. Cora returns and again got injured. Yeah, no, it's unfortunate.
I was about to say an outside pick for me would have been Jakara Jackson if she just turns around and gets eliminated right there.
Yeah.
GG.
And then I think all right.
Yeah, good luck trying to call who's doing what right now.
Ren St. Clair. Jeez. Lash Legend might be the favorite here, man.
I mean, she's certainly got the size advantage.
Well, except with this lady. Oh.
Who just went out?
The girl from the family is out.
Oh, well, that's going to be their little feud because they were the two that were fighting each other on the outside that almost already looked like they were eliminated.
Yeah. James for the win. Kiana James for the win. I love Damian right now.
Cool. You can have that. That ain't going to happen.
Wow.
Lottie Jordan getting
Oh,
About to get clocked right now.
she survived momentarily.
Right. Oh.
Oh. She caught her face on that rope there. Philly is Philly. Dreamer would be interesting. I like Dreamer. I don't know about Sandman, but maybe.
No, Dreamer would be way before Sandman.
Oh, there goes Kalani.
Oh, well, no, she's still, both feet have not touched the ground. They're going to give her the Kofi spot.
Okay. She survived.
Yeah, she sat there and got caught by the two women that are still fighting out on ringside here. Yeah, you know, they've been sitting there for a whole 5 minutes. So now both feet have not touched the ground, so she can do the Kofi spot.
Right.
Ah, fuck, she's winning. Why would you cut to a commercial there?
Well, she'll still be on the table when we come back.
So she's had fucking 5 minutes to figure it out?
Yeah, she got to think about it. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real.
Yeah, love want to make you want to cry.
Fallon or Kiana. Izzy for the win. Izzy would be a surprise, especially because she's kind of the henchman. So I think if it gets close to Izzy, that Kiana's going to take it.
She's the Raquel Rodriguez again. She's in that just. She's the Raquel to Dakota.
Facts. Kiana is going to win to spite Nick. I'm with it. Let's go.
Smite me, almighty Smither.
Last legend for the W. It feels like Royal Rumble auditions.
I like to sing about the sun and the moon and the springer.
Right.
About the sky or blue or T42.
Giving Kiana the Naomi spot. A Kalani, actually, I believe.
Yes. Kalani.
We got laughs. Jacqueline for the Hall of Fame. I don't know if that's.
I believe she's in.
Is she?
Well, I think she's in, and I saw some stories. I think it was mostly ringside news that I guess she was quote unquote quoted of wanting a return, and I'm like, I don't think that ever happened. Right. Like Lenny and Carl was like, that never happened, did it?
Right. Richard, as much as I love your wild predictions, I don't think Corey Jade's going to win this one on one leg.
Yeah, a little hard to predict two people who aren't in the match to win the match.
Right. Larry's going Lash.
LaRue or Legend?
What's that?
I said LaRue or Legend.
Lash LaRue. Let's go.
I was going to say, you turn around and then mention ECW and DCW or right. WCW. So that's where my brain went.
Yeah, I don't know. I got Gigi, Kiani, or Lash. Gigi would be interesting. Gigi win and then force her to go heelish would be nice.
Yeah.
What's up, Pierce?
What up? There's a couple different interesting ways you could go with this. I'll say that. Well, you got to remember that this doesn't just end straight with, dump somebody out here. This ends with a fatal 4-way match.
Break number 9. Yeah, I should have took the over.
Well, now, granted, I'm halfway questioning with we've got 10 minutes left in the show. Are they going to turn around and do the fatal 4-way like next week or some shit?
No, it's tonight.
It can better be.
Like, we got the winner tonight because next week they announced the winner of this will be in a contract signing. So I'd imagine we'd need a conclusion to have that segment play out properly.
You would assume. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, as with anything in pro wrestling.
Fair enough. Jada Parker is fire. To me, Izzy's way more interesting than Kiana. Okay. We still don't quite know her. Maybe it's the mysterious part of her. A lot of people taking Legend, my guy.
Well, when you body slam the shit out of Otis, it kind of looks like he would just throw anybody out over the top rope pretty easy.
Wow, they did the comeback spot during the break.
Boo! Boo Lance! Boo!
Jada is bad. Nah, the word you're looking for is green.
They did They did that during the break because if she fucked it up, well, we don't have to show it then.
Mm-hmm.
And they instantly say a Kofi-esque moment.
Stevie Turner gets knocked out.
Yeah, her stream's been cut off. She's the Twitch streamer.
Yes. Who is next to face Oba Femi? Dragon Lee apparently is not done with Oba quite yet. He wants a fair
that
shot.
Going to get thrown from pillar to post.
Yeah. But he wants a fair battle.
Oh, plucky
goodbye, Elektra.
blonde girl gets dumped out on the outside.
No, I feel like, yeah, Lola's gonna turn. There it goes. Elektra, my girl, get back here.
You're out.
Thrown up by my other girl. I don't know what to do. Oh, Lola's going with her. Paxley. What if Paxley wins this? Should Paxley not be considered?
It could be considered. Then it just becomes that awkward fandom of like, I'm facing my hero. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Lola from the block.
They fighting off. Dynamite Kid. Listen, I love that. Growing up, the British Bulldogs were one of my favorite tag teams in the world. Demolition would be interesting. Sid, come on. Bam Bam. The fact that Bam Bam's not in there makes me want to cry.
I feel like I almost want to feel like that he's in there, and if he's not, then Philadelphia is the place you do it.
Yeah,
is you put Bam Bam in there.
Bam Bam,
and that's because Bray was an athletic big man as well, so you can tie it.
Yeah, and I like your idea, but I just don't think they're going to do it. I mean, wow, there goes Gigi. Blair says goodbye.
Son of a bitch.
It's all right. She had a nice cushion to land on. But Blair's about to follow her. Gail Kim, interesting.
Ooh. You can visibly see every other woman in this match just stopping and looking. That's what I kind of don't like.
Bye, Blair. Oh, that's Carmen Petrovich.
Oh, now you like Canadian female wrestlers.
I have not liked Canadian female wrestlers.
Jody Threat would beg to differ.
Yeah, well, it's a Jody Threat problem. As Blair took her out for her troubles.
Lash right now in control here.
Jacqueline from the Attitude Era. We're talking about Jackie Gata. No, Jackie Gata. No. I think somebody said Jackie Gata as a joke. Jacqueline, yes.
Yeah, I know. I never thought we were ever talking about Jackie Gata. Yeah. Fucking the whole X-Pac.
Oh my God.
She's literally swinging this woman around, beating the shit out of other women with her.
She's using Paxley as a weapon. Wow. Head scissors. I kind of. Oh shit! She gone.
Don't do it.
She gone.
Oh. Okay. Tatum's gone. I for half a second thought Lash was going to be out. Lash is not a bad shout to win this.
No, not at all. Good heel vibe. David versus Goliath kind of. Or
I've been a fan of Lash for a hot minute here.
Yeah, man. Grab them gates. Carmen eliminates Blair. Yes, she did. JYD. Yeah, I would be okay with JYD. Big fan of JYD growing up.
Is he not in?
No, because of Vince that he's not in. I don't believe.
Did he sneeze too many times? I don't like.
Well, it was why he was sneezing was the problem.
Ariana Grace just. She is 100% every female from like fucking Staten Island and Long Island. Just
right.
I will just move on over here. That didn't happen.
Right. Lash is now the favorite now. She definitely on the forefront for sure.
Fallon's still in there though.
Oh, Carmen. Oh, dumped up by Santini. You heard me.
Well, much like her aunt there, just out here to win a battle royal for the women.
Oh, goodbye, Santini.
And Via said, you can have that.
Yeah, but we're gonna
commercial break. Are we down to the final four? I feel like we're at
I think there's like 6 left still.
Yeah.
Umaga's a good shout. If he's not all no, yeah, that's a
No, he
good
wouldn't
shout.
have been.
Yeah. Billy Kidman or the Hurricane. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe Hurricane Kidman.
Hurricane over Kidman.
Yeah. Dawn Marie. Thea removed Ariana. Very true. Is the four-way match next week? I don't think so. I could be wrong, but
I was gonna say we got 4 minutes.
Yeah, they're running tight on time here, so we'll see how this goes.
I feel like they're gonna fuck around and find out and just sit there and do the fatal 4-way for next week. I mean, granted, if they want to run over, you can have that. I ain't gonna stop you.
They usually do about 8 minutes.
Yeah, but after a whole battle royal, you're gonna have your fatal 4-way go 7 minutes because you probably got a minute of celebration.
You're tired. It shouldn't take too long to get a pin. I mean, generally you would do it right after. Generally,
yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. I'm guessing as much as you, but yeah, generally there's an 8-minute overrun. So we'll see how they fill that time. 8-minute overrun.
I feel that we almost know exactly to the minute how long their overrun normally is.
Right? It's consistency is king.
Right.
Nikita Lyons is never eliminated, but where is she? Well, she has to be in to be out.
Facts, and that's a life lesson you can take with you, folks. You have to be in to be out.
Right. Ariana Grace is great. She is definitely coming into her own with the beauty queen vibe. She definitely found something here, I think.
She's great at the character work, much like her father.
Yeah. Scorpion King versus Peacemaker should be the main event at Elimination Chamber. Let's go in character, too.
All CGI and everything?
Yeah, do it all. Go all out.
So you have a half man, half scorpion taking on John Cena.
Yeah. In the fucking helmet. Let's do this.
Everything.
I didn't get picture in picture. That's bullshit.
Yeah, so we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people left in the ring. So yeah, we got half the pool left here still.
DDT from Hale to Lash.
Oh, Toes of World DDT.
Lash been kind of the star of the show tonight for the most part.
Well, Dia Hale is going to fire up here. She's been.
Oh, okay.
I was a fan of her already. I know you kind of got annoyed with Squirrel, but she's very much still starting to develop her own character and her own personality and really blossom. Not the 90s.
She reminds me of Blossom, if you want to go back there. Yeah.
Or anything. Yeah.
That is accurate. I will agree. No, I don't mind her. I thought, in the beginning, she had to find a way to turn it off. Like, she went to 12, 13. She needed to come back to 10, 11,
Yeah, 100%. Maybe do half a bump instead of a full bump.
The sexy.
The warrior.
Goodbye.
Yeah,
never mind.
You can have that.
Thank you for the super chat, Paul. And I guess 2004 he went in, so overlooked by a couple of people.
Yeah. NXT. Oh, your girl's about to go out here because of Fallon.
Hold on.
No, help me.
He saved her. Well, that's not fair.
Yeah, Lash about to say, fuck off with this.
A little too. Like, again, Lash and, like, you can see Izzy and Lash on the main roster, like, they're big ladies.
Oh, the big double close
eye to eye.
Yeah. They're establishing this is your two tall ladies, I'll put it that way, going at it here.
I can't believe we're getting an NXT chant. Oh, Izzy, you can't really telegraph that, my sweetheart. You got to learn that a little different. We knew you were going out. Lash officially the favorite.
Yeah. So one more person out here, and then we've got, our final four here is we've got Fallon, Roxanne, Kiana, Lash Legend, and Maddie Rakowski, there, the one that they gave her the weird, goofy name, is still the one left in the corner there.
Oh! Goodbye, Lash!
She's the one who dumps out Lash. Literally, just as I said. This is where she's gonna win it.
No way! Get the fuck out of here.
Huh? Kiana, Garth. God damn it. Out here, straight wearing 1990s, early 2000s Jessica Simpson music video attire here with this whole denim outfit, by the way.
It really is. She's touching my Canadian heart with all this denim. Oh, she got hooked up on the rope, but she's out.
Oh.
Izzy Dame, Lash, Maddie.
So close, though. Yeah, she's out here in the
we're beginning right now.
Outfit.
So, Nick, 7 minutes on the clock, and we're down to Fallon, Kiana, Rox, and Kalani.
Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
Kiana, man. I defended the girl. I gotta go with the girl.
Kiana or Kalani?
Kiana.
Fine, then I'll take Kalani.
Yeah, I think I want a heel to come out of this situation.
There's only one heel left.
Exactly. Ding. Thank you for following along.
Oh, yeah, cool. The odds are not in your favor, Katniss Everdeen.
Hey, I'll be against the odds. Wow.
Be greedy. Step up into Gary from your girl.
It's not looking good.
Next week, we're getting Alexis King versus Trey Bearhill.
Oh, are we?
Yes, that's what they just had in the corner there.
Tope.
You got to remember, though, actually, Roxanne's not a bad shout-out either, because 100% every time, normally when she sees Kiana, it's when I see what's on site.
It's true. Kalani with a moonsault to the ladies on the outside. We're down. We still have the other two women in.
They're in the match, technically, but right now, the only two in the ring are Roxanne and Kalani.
Well, because they just got rid of them for the pins.
And what happens every triple threat match, it happens all the time. Of any multi-man matches, somebody just takes a pause for the cause out on the ringside.
Well, at least they got smashed.
Pause.
And division is lit. Yeah, dude, they're showing off a lot of young talent here in this match tonight. And I know Battle Royals are
out on that flat
legs at best.
A little bit of a Fallon chant, actually, by the way.
Yeah. Nice with the kick.
I don't like how long your girl's been on the outside, because I feel like that means that she's going to fucking slide in and sneak something.
She's going to win. She's going to win.
Blockbuster from Fallon onto Kalani. 1, 2 count. She came up and screwed up there.
People. Sick of Roxanne. I love Roxy.
Oh, I'll give you credit. That move was slicker than something on a go-to.
Good, man.
Yeah, just a
shit. Yes. I love this lady. Let's go.
You want her to spine buster you? What?
I'd be impressed. Yeah, that's a debatable fact. I like that Battle Royals go to pins. Like when they do it, like a lot of the indies or AEW, when it goes to the final two go to a match, I kind of like it.
It's different because how many times have we seen a Battle Royal? Like you can only do it so many times until we haven't seen it, and then when you take a break from it, then when you get an actual straight up Battle Royal, it feels unique again. It feels different. Yeah. Sometimes you got to put things on the shelf so they feel new again.
I just feel like sometimes the final two, like the chuck out spot is a little flat. Like, like they're, it's just
it's predictable.
Yeah, a little bit.
You can
sometimes
see them set up for it.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of like the final two. It's almost like a hockey game going to shootout. I'd rather it just keep playing overtime.
Oh, Roxy's trying to get the power bomb on Kiana.
Get off the ropes, girl. Get off the ropes. Fallon, thanks for coming.
Right. Step up Enziguri from Roxy in the corner here. Oh,
Wow. Hurricane Rana from the top. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Oh, Kalani, no way!
let's go! First
No.
splash! 2.
Rock-
Roxy breaks it up. Okay.
I think you ended up a couple seconds behind me. We're good.
Well, you can have that.
Super kick.
Sorry, technical delays might have impeded.
Yeah, no, I'm getting back in simpatico. Kiana
Kalani
doing it.
up top.
You know what? Kalani's showing well tonight. I'll give Kalani credit. Izzy's definitely impressive. Lash was impressive.
Right. Well,
Pop Rock.
Kalani was the one that we all expected to win the breakout tournament. Pop Rocks. 1,
Wow.
2, 3.
Roxy with the dubs.
As your girl, Kiana, is just trying to slide in at the last second and just can't quite get there with the fingernails to break it up.
Yeah, and Kalani taking the pin. Son of my bitch. It's funny because people in the chat are like, oh, Pop Rocks is such a kiddie name for a move. LOL. Is she 10? Oh, come on.
It
Her
comes
name's
from when
Roxy.
she was Roxy, so that's
like
part of
that.
the whole Pop Rocks tie-in.
I'm
We
okay.
literally had Shawn Michaels out here with Sweet Chin
Whoa.
music,
Oh,
and
Bird
we're
Lady.
we're gonna cause issue here. Caw.
Looking like a fucking fifth grade.
Looking like a
elementary
fucking
teacher.
Hogwarts headmaster right now.
Wait, okay.
Fucking Professor Umbridge coming out right now.
I'm
Is
telling
Lyra
you,
Valkyria.
yeah, I'm telling you though, Vengeance Day is going to cook. This is going to be good. Like this match, I'm looking forward to these two fighting. Yes, she was Bash 8.
Roxy hitting us with that look of, well, god damn, that's a fucking visual. That do with that what you will tonight. But out there just looking all of the bag of nuts, pause, but still looking fine.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of NXT on this terrific Tuesday. Let us know, what did you think of the show out of 10? How did you feel about it? I'm all ears on your ratings tonight. What did you like? What did you not like? I found parts of the show were a little like I kind of lost my focus on the show. Just kind of like it wasn't pulling me in. But overall, I thought it was pretty good.
It was it wasn't a bad episode of NXT at all. Like I said, I agree with you. There was moments to where there were lulls in attention and lulls in compelling anything, but there was also a lot of bright spots as well.
Yes. I thought the battle royals are never really the greatest place to show off talent or whatever. It's kind of usually scrambled eggs, but I thought the ladies looked really well. Especially the final four. Lash Legend, Izzy, I thought made a big splash tonight. Both tag matches were good, Nick.
Yeah. Well, and I like Boston. I wonder if she's the daughter of the bird lady from Home Alone 2.
Kevin, run!
I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your no good keister off my title contendant.
I see some ratings coming in. Vance got a 7, 8.757. So yeah, okay, people are pretty happy. 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 from Chair, 8.5 from CX99.
Well, we've heard from Chair. Have we heard from Couch, Sofa, or Mattress?
We're waiting.
What about, side table, dining room table? Have we heard from Counter or Fridge?
Kitchen sink, all of the above.
Yeah, he's just always all in on everything. You can't trust that man.
9 points, 9 out of 10 from JV, from NJ. Nick with the Aleister Crowley reference.
Mr. Crowley. Dun, dun, dun. Was that the reference I was making?
Yeah, Nick's like, did I backslide into that?
100%. Sometimes, genius just falls out of this brain and out of this mouth. Pause. You never know.
8 out of 10 from C Money. Evil Roxy is nice. That'll be a very interesting play. Plus, you still have Paxley in the wings and how she's going to factor into this. 8.5, 8 out of 10. Ladies put on a show with the Battle Royal. Yeah, I agree. 7.6. I'll go 7.5 with you, Boston. I'll downgrade.
In ring, nothing was super terrible, or like nothing was really bad. It was more of some of the in between stuff was a little, yeah. Like, was there a super bad match? I mean, obviously, biggest weakest point was the Corbin Breaker segment.
Well, you weren't a big like. I mean, I guess the Ridge Holland match wasn't great. Yeah,
it was the weakest out of the matches. I'll say that. Fair enough. I'll give you that. If that wasn't a good, it just ended out of nowhere for me.
Yeah, it was a bit sudden. I thought it was going to be more of a match, and I'm a big fan of Coffey, so I really want Coffey and Gallus to stop losing.
You know, they don't say drink coffee late at night there, but
yeah, I wish I would have listened to that. Chris Leclerc giving it 10 out of 10. Chris says, I don't care about Bailey. Look at all these women.
Right. No issues of Bailey or no Trish or anything like that. He's like, I got my ladies.
Right. 7.75. 7 True Lies out of 10. Sorry, True Lies is on. I love that goddamn movie.
That's back with you because that's literally what I have on right now. As soon as I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger on the placard, I was like, "Yeah, do it, give it to me,
do it again slowly." 7.6, slightly better than Raw. Okay. Kalani looked good tonight in that.
Sorry, it just tied in perfectly with just do it again, but slowly. Yeah, that's Raw. Just do it again, but slowly.
Our favorite lake is Lake Chapeau. There you go.
Yeah, 100%. We got the Chapeau that runs the show, Mr. Anthony.
Shout out to Anthony.
Right.
Either Roxanne is done in NXT by Vengeance Day, or she fully turns heel. Let's have her done. Let's throw her in the Rumble. Let's move her up.
I've been saying this. Yeah.
I'm coming over to your side now.
There we go.
It's been a hot minute. I figure, again, if you turn her full heel, what's the point? Again, I mean, I don't know. Her as a heel, it could work.
We're starting to almost hypothetically see this logjam of talent when it comes to NXT of certain people like a Braun, a Carmelo, or Roxanne, or whatever. You don't move up because you may not exactly have a place for them, but at the same time, now they're still lingering around and they're still in title matches. They're in still title shots. They're in prominent spots. As we're, I guess, in prominent pauses.
Prominent spot.
Yeah, prominent spots. While other people are, starting to, catch up in this race here.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you see the wealth of talent and some of the younger talent. I know it says sucks that Kalani took the win or took the pin, but she was like the youngest one out of the 4 left. So I understand why Kalani's going to take a pin at this point in her career. Not mad at it at all, but at the same time, you see Kalani, you see Ren, Maddie Rakowski, remix. But so you see a whole bunch of young talent there. I love this question. Where is Wendy Chu? She's sleeping. Leave her alone. She's hibernating.
Just come back with something decent with her. Go back to everything that she was with Xia Li and all that. Go back to that whole gimmick. Just enough with the fucking onesies and the slippers and the fucking boba tea and shit. Just, we get it. 2020 was the thing. Move the fuck on.
Fair enough. I agree. She is talented. Like she's shown range. She went from playing an ancient dead woman to a sleepy lady, but there's talent there, and they got to let her just do the chew.
Pause. Not blue chew, but do the chew. Hashtag again, not sponsored.
Right. I'm surprised Lash wasn't Final 4. Yeah, she could have been, but they gave her a reason to get out.
I thought once they gave Renkowski there that spot, I was like, oh my God, she's gonna fucking do it.
Yeah. When Izzy went, I was like, oh.
Right.
But yeah, what did you give the show tonight?
Shit.
Out of 10?
That does that count as rating? Is that a number?
Out of 10.
That would be a 4 for a number of letters, but I'll say 7.5.
7.5. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's a fair. I'm right there on that number. I like it.
I could be talked into a 7, but I'd say a 7.5.
Yeah. Where are we going? No, we're gonna skip all that stuff. Ron Shappy wants Wendy in the Rumble. Yeah, I don't know. What's the point of Wendy Chu being in the Rumble? We haven't seen her in a hot minute. I think if she comes running out in the Rumble, people will be like, huh? Who? Like,
Sarah, you would be starting the timer respectfully of when she gets eliminated. She's not somebody that comes out there and you think has a chance of winning it.
She trips and falls asleep on the runway.
I mean, it'd be one of those of, hey, it's nice to see her back, but you don't need to do returns and debuts in the Rumble outside of literally they're just a one-off. Like an AJ Lee could be a one-off in the Rumble. Mickie James could be a one-off in the Rumble. Wendy Chu shouldn't when she's supposed to be a regular on your active roster.
Yeah. I don't like that one. To me, it's a wasted number. You can bring out someone who will get a bigger pop than her.
Right.
But someone asked what we're looking forward to tomorrow. Folks, we are going to wrap up and call last call on the chat. Boston saying it's going to be a 10 out of 10 because of Hook. Yeah, tune in. I'm looking forward to see what happens with Hook and Joe for all the obvious reasons. Plus, Deonna Purrazzo and a Jay should be fun. I don't know. Christian Dustin seems random, but 2 vets should be good. Could be good, maybe.
Well, I was going to say one who's, still dealing with a dead daddy and the one who just does nothing but talk about dead daddies.
Shit.
But does Tony pull the trigger on Hook? No. Just to spite? Tell me he hasn't marked out worse.
Oh, again, yeah. I mean, fucking no.
The bat signal goes up. The Hook signal goes up. Da, 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 da.
Listen, we will be here live for it. And man, like if he does it, what a fucking nightmare. Again, to me, there's no way you fuck with Joe right now. To me, this match should be 5 minutes or less, to be 100% honest, but it won't be.
More likely to have won the match that we were talking about that's been brought up in all these tweets. Was Jinder more likely to win over Seth, or is Hook more likely to win over Joe?
Based on the booker, I guess Hook.
You're not completely wrong with that, because I saw a lot of people said about Raw, and it's like, well, Tony's the one that got you hyped for it. Not even WWE did that.
That's what I said about JD when we were talking earlier of like, Triple H proved Tony right. Triple H didn't do shit. Triple H booked a nothing match to reward a guy for having a good segment and taking a licking from Rock. And then, it was supposed to be a one-off. Nobody in WWE hyped it as the greatest match ever. Nobody hyped it as anything more than what it was give the champion something to do while we're killing time.
Newsflash for certain people out there in the wrestling community. Twitter isn't reality.
Facts.
That's the Matrix, my guy. So if you want to sit up there and have, a steak with Mr. Anderson, you can have that.
Well, right, Bash. So tomorrow they're going to have wrestling without story behind it. Well, we will be here to give you the story tomorrow. It's going to be a fun one. And then we're here for the rest of the week. Remember, TNA Impact returns. Will Ospreay on Thursday night will be on that show. So that's going to be a fun one. And then we're back for Friday as we sign the contracts for the Fatal 4. Thank you for being here, folks. Thank you for joining us. Remember, be a friend, tell a friend, click all those damn links below. Follow us on all our platforms. And we got more exciting things coming your way. That's all I got this eve.
You're the Matrix. No, you're the Matrix.
You're the Matrix.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, but put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Come back tomorrow. Good night.